Picked. You do this, you start again. I'm gonna take off the voice modification thing. Dude, even though your stream didn't play out as you wanted, you had like 6 people right away waiting. Pretty fucking, yeah, bro, that's pretty fucking decent. You magic, man. That's fine, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do. You already got 4 people in the lobby waiting for you. It always takes shit tons of time. I hope your fans are enjoying the little tunes. I'll be right back.
Okay, right. Take 2. Let's try this again. We had a minor setback. I don't know why, for some reason the game got stuck in the loading screen, and when I started, I tried to go back to the desktop and see what the hell was happening. My PC screen monitor just went pitch black, and I took drastic measures and decided to just shut down the computer. Okay, we're back into the game. Finally. Oof. Minor setback. Okay. Welcome everyone to another episode of Skyrim Elder Scrolls. We are doing a full series on this. We have also finally reached Solitude, and we will be doing a lot of side questing in this area before eventually infiltrate the Thalmor embassy. Let's see what we have. Let's start off with seeing what our setup is. Blade, sword for elemental fury, Skyforged steel with moon enchantment in conjunction with flame cloak and flame atronak for damage at night, and undead. Okay, we got a lot of loot to sell. And this is the enchantment we have in our gear. Magic at 20 points, regenerates faster. Carrying capacity, regenerates faster, 20 points, etc., etc. And we are also acquiring some Dragon Priest masks. We will do them all eventually. And this is our favorite spells. And this is our build so far. Finally, Destruction 50, which we needed for the Flame Cloak spell. Okay. 60. I could eventually spend the last remaining points over here. And we need to reach 60 for... yeah, that's what we need. Level 60 for us to be able to improve magical weapons and armor, which will be very useful in the later stages of the game where we use a lot of enchanted gears and stuff. Okay, so first things first, let's just enter Solitude and continue with our journey. Do you say anything?
You're just in time to say hello to Rugbeer.
Right. That's a weird
He's
spot
the
for you
sorry
to be at.
bastard who's going to be executed. A gate guard who let Ulfric's Stormcloak escape the city after he killed the High King.
Okay, that's it. Okay, we are going to witness an execution. Little bit of display of the consequences of the civil war between Stormcloaks and Empire. The Stormcloaks invaded the city of Solitude,
They can't hurt Uncle Rogveer.
and
Tell them
they
he didn't
are
do it.
executing the
Positions.
guard
Sorry, you need to go
that
home.
was responsible
Go
for the
home and
gate
stay
that
there until your mother comes.
allowed them to enter
You
or
betrayed
escape.
us!
Get on with it!
Traitor! You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all hard.
Some gate guard you were.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude. He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged
Liar.
story. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Welcome to Solitude. Hope you enjoy your stay. All right.
I sure will.
Lol. Welcome back. We have got the Jack Reinhardt himself tagging along for this adventure on this
Hello.
episode.
Yes, yes. I mean,
Um,
I can't say. I don't know if I'll stay for super
That's
super
fine,
long,
that's
but I
fine.
just thought I'd drop in and say a quick hurrah.
Mhm.
New in town, right?
Very nice, very nice. So you've arrived at Solitude.
Arriving at Solitude, yeah, the current capital of Skyrim. The previous High King was murdered by the opposition leader in the Civil War, basically.
It shouldn't have been like this.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And they just executed the gate guard that helped the... Oh! Is it closed at this time? Should be... Okay, I guess we just have to do some quests around. Which quests? Yes, we have
You know you can afford a septim or two.
the quests at the palace.
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
And we have
Papa says I won't see
bits
Rogveer.
and pieces where we need to sell our own loot.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
How do you feel? I think you... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
What did I wanna sell? I got quite a lot of... I guess some of the stuff I can sell to the blacksmith, but not this. This I need to sell to you. The Staff of Ice Storms, I actually want to give it to Lydia, so she can do some frost damage as well. This we keep.
Beautiful Lydia.
Yes. Be still my heart.
Be still my heart. Love it.
Indeed. Yes, some of the scrolls would make sense. Not the ended. Is that a new song?
It's the song that well, it's not a complete song, but it's my song called Lydia. So I was just when you said Lydia, I was like,
Ah,
I think
nice.
yeah, but I'm not gonna sing on your stream, bro.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I ain't here to steer away from the objective that is being the Dragonborn.
I will allow it.
Said
This is
Mr.
also
Chang,
a little
Senor Chang.
yeah, Senor Chan
Spare some
community. And
Absolutely.
the first 3 seasons are pretty.
Let me know if you
Pretty
see
cool.
anything you like.
They're
nuts.
decent,
There
they're
is-
decent. I mean, I went to the point where I watched all of them. I really
let
only
me just
struggled
drop
with the final season.
Mhm.
Breeches, gowns.
It's because it's
Like-
very different, and they are aware of
Yeah.
it. Like they become slightly meta during the show as well, like acknowledging that the show became different and stuff.
But the last season was brought back by the fans, right? Like it was a fan demand that made it happen, if I'm correct. Because I think that the show had
am
it.
not 100% familiar with the details of it, but I know that because of the, like you said, the fan demand, someone picked it up and decided to invest on the last season.
Makes sense.
Okay, I am bleeding
Finally.
these traders dry of their money. I got too much stuff. I should have planned this out better. Too much loot to sell. Oh, loady,
Need
loady.
something?
But yeah, I was serious. Like, if you want to play a little bit
I'm
of
sure
your
you'll
music,
find what you're
it's
looking
fine by
for.
me, because
You're a traveler.
these first
correct?
minutes, I'm literally
Have
just
you been to Whiterun? Wonderful.
going through selling
hadn't
loot and
really
stuff
hoped to
and
run into
acquiring
someone who'd been
some side quests.
I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking
Yeah,
to
I'll play you
Oh,
Lydia,
you
but
know,
it's literally it's just me.
anything you
It's
can
literally
find out
only
from Captain
4
Titus would
sentences
be
for now.
welcome.
It's
Mhm.
a work in progress.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Lydia, why are you running away from me, Lydia? Eating your problems away, Lydia. Why are you running away from me, Lydia? Eating your problems away.
That's all I got so far.
That is very beautiful. I miss
thank you.
jamming the music with you.
It's been a while,
Mm.
and then maybe from here let's make it more musy, you know.
Don't
So it goes
forget
from
me next time you need herbs and potions.
Still here. I am at your command.
then more.
Oh, nice change there. I love it.
You're like, it's more Radioheadish than music.
Both, they sometimes cross the streams.
They really do, bro. I think that Matt Bellamy was really influenced by Tom York's vocals, like
Mhm.
very,
Yeah,
very.
I would
much.
think so too, yeah.
A lot of what he does is very similar, especially to early Radiohead.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lead on.
And I mean, I used to be a big Muse fan back in the
Same.
Absolution days.
Mm-hmm.
But I also used to be a pretty big Radiohead fan back in the days.
I'm new too.
Still like
You're
Radiohead.
passing
I
through
really don't like
Solitude?
Muse
Maybe
anymore.
you're looking to make
but,
some easy
um,
gold. Yes.
I am not familiar anymore with their most recent stuff, but
It's easy to find things to
their
sell.
second and third
Things
album
nobody
for
will
me
miss,
is still
things
my
from underground,
favorite, and
or
there's
just
some
left
stuff
lying
on their
around
fourth
in someone's
album, Black
house.
Holes and Revelations, that I
I
also
bet the two
enjoy.
of us were
But you
very
can
alike.
definitely feel
So why
already
not
on
take
that
the next
album that
step?
their style
We
is
can help
changing.
each other.
you did tell me to have a listen to that album. I still haven't had a proper listen to it. I've heard a few of the songs, but I wasn't convinced enough to listen to the album. But I mean, I'm sure it's got some redeeming features to it.
It really does. Starting with the first song, which is quite a banger, Take a Bow.
Many more ships
Map of the Problematic is quite cool as
with
well.
weapons and pay, but few
and Knights of Sindonia. I know that you personally don't really
don't
enjoy
like
Knights of Sindonia, but Knights of Sindonia reminds me of another song they did, City of Delusion. Was it on the second album or the third album?
I think it might have been on the third.
For me, it's kind of similar
Cities
to
of
that.
Delusion?
Cities of Delusion.
Were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot.
It's got some brass instruments in the background as well.
Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks.
Is it called Cities of Delusion?
Maybe not. Maybe that's just the lyrics on the chorus. But that's how I remember it.
So you're saying it's is it prior to Absolution or after Absolution?
That's the thing. It could be Origin of Symmetry or Absolution. It's one of those two albums, number 2 or 3. Absolution is 3, right? And Origin of Symmetry is 2.
Yeah, and I mean, I listened a lot to Showbiz, their first album.
Yeah,
that was my big thing for them.
Pretty much anything to suit your needs.
The only thing that I'm seeing that has anything to do with cities in Origin of Symmetry is Citizen Erased as a title.
Oh, maybe is that Citizen Erased. I am confusing so many songs right now. It's all meshing.
It's fine, bro. I get you. Don't worry.
I'm getting confuzzled. That's it. Yeah. So
how
for
does
those
Knights
who are
of Sidonia go? Just sorry. I was just asking.
Knights of Sindonia, it has like a couple of different phases in the song. Like it starts off like a sci-fi western in the beginning, but then it has a very bohemian kind of rock feel to it at the end of it, like Muse and very few other bands in that genre are able to deliver, in my humble opinion.
Oh, okay. I remember which one it is now. Okay. I was tripping for a second, but yeah. It's the one that has those drums like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that's what you mean by the Western vibe,
yeah.
right?
Wow, 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 wow.
No one's gonna take me out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember.
It's a song about nepotism. Nepotism? Despotism? I'm now also getting flabbergasted with the terminologies, but yeah. But when fools can be kings, and I really...
Return anytime you need.
Sometimes the lyrics of Muse, I really enjoy them. Incidentally, like the 5th album, although I don't think it's their best work, I do think the Exogenes incorporates what I most love about the style of their music. Exogenes Part 1, 2, and 3. If you're able to listen to all the 3 parts of the song, it's like 12 minutes long in total. I love it. It's beautiful. And we did that. Let me double check with these. Yes. No. Okay. Maybe. Here. We are also going to do the Bard's College. There is a Bard's College in this town, and we are going to enter the Bard's College.
Hey, that's my class in D&D.
Yes. Generally posting information is need to know.
Because after you complete the Bard's College quest, you have access to 3 quests
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know.
That are going to be very useful for getting free level ups.
White One Legate He needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party.
Okay.
to
There's
scout the
one
area.
teacher at
Happened
the
upon
Bard's
a
College
large
that trains
force.
you
I'm told none of them made it back.
in all the
Angela's daughter, was in that
magic,
scouting party. She needs to be told.
3 skills, and the other 2 respectively to the other 3 skills. So that's a lot of leveling up if you do those 3 quests. We are also going to do this guy's quest.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
This crazy man.
Oh man,
My
does he
master
have
has
no eyes, or
abandoned
does he
me.
have like
Abandoned his
sunglasses
people.
inputted into his
Nothing I
face?
say
I am not
changes his
entirely
mind.
sure. He could be either
Now
a
he
wood
refuses
elf,
to even see
or
me.
it's because
He
he
says
is
I interrupt his
actually,
vacation.
spoiler alert,
It's been so many years.
a
Won't you please help?
servant for the Daedra. And his master is the Daedric Lord of Madness, Sheogorath, which I think you're gonna like him.
Oh, as they say,
Last I saw him,
going
he was
blind
visiting
with
a friend in the
madness.
Blue Palace.
Yes,
But no one is
maybe
mundane as
that's
Law.
it.
No, such people.
But,
know him.
besides Sheogorath,
No,
I
he went
think
into the
the other
forbidden
Daedric
wing of the
Lord you might
palace
enjoy
to
is
speak with an old
Sanguine. He's
friend.
the Daedric
Said it
Lord
had
of the
been ages
Debauchery.
since they had last had tea.
Like Bacchus
He's
style.
the
and you
Bacchus
need
of
a
the
hippo.
Skyrim world.
Exactly,
Fucking wooded.
exactly.
No entering Pelagius's wing.
That is
without
exactly my kind of deity.
Oh, you just don't understand.
Perverted
Without him, I
deities
am
are my
not free.
jam.
Without
Mhm.
him, I am doomed.
Etchy
All of his
deities.
empire will fall into chaos.
Yes.
Hey, wanna play
Talking
tag?
about etchy, I started watching another etchy anime today.
Papa says I won't see Rob.
Which one?
It's called High School. It's also a high school thing.
High School of the Dead again?
No. It's called High School DxD. I think that's the name.
I think I saw the name somewhere, but I have no idea what's it about.
Welcome to the Bard's College.
That shit is
Always a
is
pleasure. You should be aware
etchy. It's more
when
etchy
possible,
than
we
High
ask
School of the Dead.
applicants-
Oh
Alice
yeah?
is forbidden
Okay.
to convince her I want to read King
Oh, dude.
That is
I don't know
possible.
why.
Giraud.
I don't know why.
Gave her
What's the
portion
charm
we had
about it, but
dealing
it's
with
just
King.
so charming for
I
me.
need you.
It's not
Because
even
sometimes
a
the
sexual
etchy
thing,
stuff
it's just
is
charming.
also like self-aware type of narrative, like, right?
I guess it's just I always root for the characters that are that are honest about how perverted they are, and in a way that I can relate. I can relate so much to those
I
characters
think Giraud
for
here,
some reason,
as you may
undisclosed
warns,
reasons.
I tried to
But
I believe King Olaf's verse will
yeah,
provide
it's
that.
basically along the lines of High
I
School
wish
of the
you
Dead a
luck in
little bit,
finding
but
the verse.
it
To
has
meet a
so.
prospective
What I
bard?
like is that it has
Well, you've
elements
come
from
to
a
the
lot
right
of
place.
different anime, and I
Mhm.
find that very common in etchy animes.
Sure.
Like this one, High School DxD, it has a lot of elements from, well, obviously supernatural, because it involves as well like fallen angels and a battle between hell and heaven,
You might find more than just King.
but a lot of
Well,
it and a lot of the etchiness comes from like Sailor Moon-esque transformations, for example, and things like that.
The verse was
So there's a lot of like little anime references to it, and they also talk a lot about things that exist in real world, like Pokemon and Dragon Ball, but they,
Oh.
to avoid copyright issues,
They
they
name
rename
it
them.
differently. Okay.
Yeah, like Son Goku is Gonsoku,
Lol.
and they don't say Pokemon, but they catch a Raichu in one of those machines with a crane, and it's called Rachu instead of Raichu. And it looks a bit different, but it's clearly
It's
a Pokemon
clearly
reference.
okay.
I like
Now
those
that's
things in
funny.
it. Yeah, like for me, they make me laugh. Would I recommend? I mean, I've watched 4 episodes of it or 5, and I mean, I'm having fun with it. But
Mhm.
High School of the Dead was better, definitely. Like, because High School of the Dead artistically is really beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
it's
the
very-
production value sometimes does hit the jammies. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so excellent.
Mhm.
It's like if Demon Slayer was etchy. It's just that quality of production
Mhm.
in the drawings and shit. It's really good. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do this little apart here, but yeah.
That's fine.
We need someone to
That's what Twitch streams are all about. Like, we can discuss whatever besides the gameplay that's happening.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area.
Oh, man.
Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
But yeah, this is the court from Solitude Palace. What's the palace called again? Blue Palace.
Yes,
No,
of course, you were
very
right. Falk, tell
creative
Captain
name.
Aldous I said to assign a few
Where
extra
is
soldiers
the
to
jester?
Thank you, Lord Elisif.
I think we are the
About the
jester.
I will
No, actually,
You-
the
you kinda
jester
look
is
like
on
it.
the western wing aisle.
Rest easy. You're dismissed.
Okay, okay.
Sheogorath, the Daedric Lord of Madness.
The Imperials are good for business.
He's a mad lad.
Good for
Mad
Skyrim.
lad.
Do you have business with the court?
Get to go to Pelagius Wing.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Ghost or not. I
Okay.
am the Jarl's steward. If you have court
I've overheard you talking about the Wolf School
There
cave.
I don't
So this
think
is
it's
a
worth our time
two-parter
or
quest.
going
We will
on. But
try
if you want
to
clear out the cave,
obstruct
you'll
some
repay for
necromancers
your
to
work.
revive a fearsome historical figure from past lore, Potamia, the Wolf Queen.
Okay.
And
Okay,
after we
that was over
are
5.
able to stop
That
the
remained,
necromancy
but
ritual,
should they accept her rule,
they try to
maybe
do
you've
that
been
again,
you'll pay the.
and we stop
she-
her for good.
You do well to
Okay.
remember.
I think she
that.
might appear in one of the previous Elder Scrolls. I think that's sort of an Easter egg kind of thing. Okay, we are starting to agglomerate a lot of side quests.
The Jarl is not to be disturbed with
Yeah,
common
bro.
affairs.
If
I
I
feel
needed
your
something
pain.
from you,
direct
you would
those
know it.
concerns to me.
But yeah, the ambiance in this court is very negative right now
Oh, don't give me that.
because the High
We
King
have something of a
was
vampire problem.
quote unquote
Bodies have been found with-
murdered,
I don't expect you to be
but he
capable
was
of even
bested
that.
in single combat challenge. So the leader of the opposition, he challenged the High King in single combat. But what they were not expecting is that he used the Thume, the power of the voice. Like, it's also possible for other people without being Dragonborn to use the power of the Thume if they have the correct training. And Ulfric
Okay.
Stormcloak is one of those characters. And you can see in her eyes, it's not very subtle, but this is a vampire that is infiltrating in the court of the Blue Palace. And she's like living da 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 da. And she asks us to kill a rival vampire without actually telling us that she's also a vampire. But like, just by seeing her eyes, you can clearly tell. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
obvious.
a vampire right there.
Yeah. She's like, oh no, there's vampires in a cave nearby. Kill them. I'm
Vampires are
like,
clever
okay.
hunters. More clever than you, definitely.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a
Fucking
little
Sybil.
sickly.
And Elisif the Fair, the widow, previous spouse of the now dead High King. And yeah, and now with the whole civil war business, there are some clans that are opposed to Elisif and are in favor of Ulfric. It's a whole complicated issue.
Okay.
Because that's Ulfric, and so he came
Oh,
before
we
me.
can't do
When Ulfric
the quest
that
for
is
her.
all I will say.
No, we have to
Or
do
agree. This
the
land
Potamia
only
quest
then
first,
will
I
I take
think.
my. They worry that the real trust
that's
is
what I
always
thought, okay.
difficult, especially for
Be
my
quick.
people.
I have little patience
Yet
for
we
mundane
must
concerns.
trust.
Okay, so we are done with the Blue Palace for now. And now we have a plethora of side quests to go through.
Yay.
Let's have a look at our map to see where is best to start off. We have the lighthouse that is kind of closest. We can, no, not the Pelagius Wing, it's Melbourne, it's going to be for later. We have to speak to Angeline. Yep, that's the Wolf Skull Cave that we previously passed by without entering. And we have Dead Men's Respite for the Bard's College. King Olaf's verse. And this is kind of funny. part of this quest is to finish a what's it called? The kind of poetry that works off as a song almost. Is there like a terminology for it?
What kind of? Say again.
It's like that type of poetry that works as a song at the same time. I don't know if there's a specific term for it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping.
I mean, there probably is, but I can't really say. I'm not that versed in terminology when it comes to poetry, even though I read it. It doesn't mean that I know the names. Same as, I just finished Sekiro and I still don't know anything about the story. So, yeah.
Before we continue though, we are going to do a little fast travel so we can deposit some of our loot.
Yeah.
Let's go first to our Dragonbron headquarters, Lakeview Manor. It grew in size since last time you saw, because I think you have seen the first stage of the house.
I believe I did, yeah.
Which is the front part. I have my cattle on one side, and I have my little farm on the other side with leeks and potatoes, and now I built the huge part here, the main hall, so to speak. And Fandel is taking care of our place over here. He's probably asleep because it's late at night. Yeah, he's probably asleep somewhere. And this is where
you're gonna have to wake him up now, won't you?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
And here in the cellar is where we're gonna start collecting special artifacts. Like this is where I'm gonna collect my Daedric artifacts weaponry. I start off with the ebony blade, and I have the ring of Hircine on this mannequin, etc., etc. Yes. Oh, maybe I can actually. Do you have?
I've got your back.
You should have one of the books with you. There you go, Boethius Proving. And I can give you Dance of Fire and the legendary Sankhata.
You lead, I'll follow.
Here we go.
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. Here, Amulet of Thalos and thingamajiggers. We're gonna put Kinnereth here as well. And didn't we have a amulet of Standar? Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought we had an amulet of Standar. And we're gonna keep the other dragon mask over here as well. This is how I lose so many hours in this game, is just depositing like all the stuff where it needs to be. So next time when I come back to the house, I know where to find everything. Like here I have building materials, here I have crafting materials and stuff. And that's how time flies by. Before I realize that, oh shit. I'm gonna leave my Dawnbreaker over here. Because this sword is super OP. Like this is the ultimate weapon for killing undead. Like Draugr, vampires, you name it. Everything that is weak to fire or that is related to undead type of creatures, this sword is extremely powerful, especially if you upgrade it through blacksmithing. So we're gonna leave this sword here for a later stage of the game. because it's too early to use that weapon, in my opinion.
Okay.
Here we keep ingredients for alchemy and stuff. 1, 2, 3. And I shouldn't keep the Daedra heart in this chest. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave, yeah, on this one. Do we still have Grand Soul Gems? We don't. We have Greater Soul Gems. That's fine. Okay. I think that's all we needed to deposit here, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, scratch that. We have some books to deposit in my library. Okay. Lydia, where are you? You're right there.
I'm right behind you.
Right behind.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Don't sass me. Like, the tone of voice that she delivers that line, I am sworn to carry your burdens. It's like so sassy.
Let her have the sass. I mean, she's your personal slave. But...
She's self-aware.
Let her have the sass. The sass Mataz.
Yeah, I did give her a lot of books to carry, so I understand that she's not happy about it. This is gonna be for spell books. We have Firebolt, Healing, Raise Zombie, although I think we already had Raise Zombie, didn't we? Yeah, we already had it. Take it, we're gonna sell it. And on this, what we have? We have high level, Atrium Wars. Take it, put something else. Like this one, or this one, and this one. Oh, okay, that's the limit. Are we leveling down? All these books here on this shelf are books that give you level up in skills. Usually
okay,
books
so
that...
Why do you not use any of them?
I already used them. I already read them. I already leveled up.
Ah.
But I like to make a collection of them, kind of sort of thing. I am very vain in that way.
That's right.
Intellectually vain, if that's such a thing. Is that a thing? I can see that being a thing.
I'm sure it is, bro.
And let's just leave like cultural books on this one. Okay, and here in this rucksack we have all the other books we don't have a place to put yet. Because this is only like a puny size for the real library that I'm going to build on this side of the house. The next expansion of the house, I'm going to do a whole tower full of books. And one of the shelves is going to be, the objective is to get every spell book in the game and fill it in that bookshelf. It's a bit of an obsession of mine to collect everything, and that's the thing about the role-playing about this character. He's a very atypical Nord. Like, Nords usually value like physical combat and stuff, but this guy, he uses magic and stuff. Like, he wants to unravel the cosmological mysteries of the universe around him, type of thing. That's how I like to. Yeah. That's how I like to play this character, and that's why he's also like collecting all the Daedric artifacts, which is in some cases a very iffy thing to do, because your moral compass has to bend in a certain way in order to be able to get the gifts from the Daedric entities. So he's kind of gray in that sense. He's not like lawfully good at all. Okay. Since we cleared this dungeon a couple of days ago, it should be empty, so it should be very fast to reach the inner sanctum. Because this cave is the location of the inner sanctum of one of the Daedric lords, Clavicus Vile. And he is a Daedric lord that grants wishes, like an evil genie kind of thing.
Ooh.
And there was a coven of vampires that were trying to convince, they were stationed here, trying to convince Clavicus Vile to grant them the wish to cure vampirism. But his twisted wish to cure them from vampirism was having us kill them all. So we cured their vampirism by murdering them, which is a very twisted way of granting wishes.
Sounds very friendly of you.
Yes. Well, they attacked me when I entered the thing.
Bro, we can always find excuses for killing
Just
people.
hear this guy out like his accent.
One of Clavicus's little Jess, a wizard named
What, the dog?
Sebastian Lord, had a daughter who worshipped her scene. When the daughter became a werewolf, it drove Sebastian over the
Hang on, I
edge.
gotta put
He couldn't
the
stand
sound
to see his
louder
little
because it's
girl
too
take
loud.
on such a bestial
Yes,
form.
Okay.
Keep talking to him.
The wizard wished for the ability to end his daughter's curse. Clavicus gave him an axe.
Why is he all like New York and shit?
Right?
One of
Clavicus gave him an axe.
wizard
Why,
named
you not
Sebastian
wanna
Lord
hoik
had a
yourself
daughter
now?
who worshipped her scene.
Oh, the Clavicus little
When the
Jace.
daughter became a
Fuck, I can't even
werewolf,
do it right
I
now.
love Barbus.
It's perfect.
The
It's
first time you
fucking
meet
perfect.
him, he's like, "Oh, there you are," and you're like, "What? Did you just talk?" Yeah, Skyrim is being populated by flying lizards and talking catmen, and you're surprised that I can talk, type of thing.
Well, guy's got a point.
You got the axe. And my dog. Splendid. Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame.
Sorry, it's just at the
to
same
give
time
a
I'm
weapon
watching your
like
stream,
that
I'm
away,
also like
doesn't it?
looking for
I suppose
things for
I could be
apartments.
persuaded to
Right.
keep it.
You have some
But
pressing
only
issues
if you
to
use the
deal
axe
with,
to
which
kill
are
Barbas.
Well, not
Simple as
necessarily pressing, but
London stuff.
well, the London stuff is pretty much sorted. It's weird to think about renting a place here because that implies that I am definitely considering staying here. It's a bit like,
And with the pub back,
is this
I'll
what
be
I
restored to my full power.
Also, I'm just surprised at the
There's a
price of some of the
whole
apartments. I'm
world
like, how can this be so
waiting
little?
for me.
It's not possible. There's gotta be something wrong with this apartment. For sure.
Maybe.
I knew I could trust you.
Sometimes that's the case.
Sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a
dog
house
gets
with 4
master,
rooms,
master gets
a living room and a
cosmic
kitchen for
axe.
600
Everyone's
euros a
happy.
month?
Just get over here, mutt.
Bro, it's not
Don't
possible.
worry, I'll make sure he sees
Too
the
cheap.
light. I trusted you. Now you trust me.
I'ma save it on my list. Sure. I don't need that many rooms,
Oh,
but
that feels so
for
much
that price.
better. You forget how nice supreme power feels until
Look
you've
at
been
you, a
stuck in a
Dragonborn,
cave
Batter's
for a
horns.
few years.
Yeah.
It's a shame you
It's
wish
all
for
about the
something
dragon's
so
horns.
dull as me taking back the mud.
At one point, it's gonna be
Quite a
about
lack
the
of
badass
imagination on
tusks.
your part.
That's
A
we're
lack of ambition like that
quite a
really
few
ought to
episodes
be
away from
punished.
that.
Perhaps by turning you into a worm, or maybe a few decades of... Oh, fine.
Give
Have
me your
my
boon.
and be done with it.
Thanks.
Got more interesting deals to make
Some of
anyway.
the dragon princes, ladies, lords, whatever, they take so long to finish their dialogue thing. Like, usually you can skip the dialogues, but with these guys, sometimes you're not able to skip their dialogue stuff. So just to double check, we have the Mask of Clapicus vial, do we? Yes, which will give us plus 10 speechcraft. That's going to be useful for the Bard's quest, because we just reached level 50 of speechcraft, and now with this plus 10, we should have enough speechcraft to... it's a very funny part where, because the text is incomplete, they ask us to complete the ode. Ah, that ode! Is that the terminology, ode? Like a poem?
Oh,
kind
sure,
of song?
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
odes is not necessarily... Yeah, okay.
Ode is not necessarily
usually
poem.
it's to... How you say in Portuguese é para vangloriar-se alguma coisa. It doesn't necessarily imply it, but it is to like glorify
Exactly. Yeah.
It can have the effect of song because it can have that kind of like troubadour bard vibe to
Yeah.
it. So that does make sense, yeah.
Hmm. That is the I am bugging out, crashing too much. Yes, okay. We still need to sell quite a bit of loot. Let's go back to Riverwood. So pretty. No, what's happening? Ah, dragon attacking Riverwood. Fantastic.
So are you taking the hobbits to Rivendell?
No, the hobbits escaped us for good. There's no taking the hobbits back now.
I think your bro's gotten in the chat. I don't know if it's your bro or not. I'm assuming. He says boish.
Boish, the hell, sorry. Fresh meat. I guess. Fresh meat. How you doing, Tehel? All good?
Only Tahim will Tehel, bro.
Doing okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I am trying to organize with my brother a Warframe stream, hopefully soon, either sometime this week or, yeah, hopefully soon. I'm gonna, oh shit, step away. If he kills the blacksmith, I cannot sell my loot. Okay, gotta be careful with the line of fire with this dragon. It's cool that there is such immersion that the dragons can kill people around Skyrim forever, but having less traders to sell loot is not very nice.
Understandably so.
Okay, we got him. He's going down. Switch back to shield, blade sword, elemental fury. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I don't have any more stamina, so I almost died there. Okay. Finishing up work. Bigger question now. What is the bigger question? Who's gonna clean up the body? Right? Having a dead dragon in the middle of your town, I guess.
Bro, you know there are gonna be some poachers going around, man. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Hey, they're gonna be fine.
They're gonna be
If
fine.
not, they can use it as a touristic attraction, like visit Riverwoods,
sure,
where we got 10 corpses of dragon that the Dragonborn decide to kill them and not clean up afterwards.
The gods, I don't even know what to say.
Okay, people, nothing to see here. Get back to work. Dragonborn comes in, kills a dragon, and leaves like, see ya guys! Exactly. I got my souls and bones and scales. Ta-ta!
It means so much to us
You
to
and
have the
me.
claw back where it
Take a
belongs.
look.
Thank you.
That is the life of a Dragonborn.
The life of a Dragonborn.
Yep. I'm gonna start selling these. How much for these? You don't have enough money. How much for... yeah, okay. It's gonna be... It's gonna have to be 2 of these then. What about...
Trinkets, odds and ends,
do we
that
have
sort of
any...
thing.
Yeah, let's just acquire grand soul gems like this. Sell the stuff. I think it's a good trade.
Till next time.
Till next time, bro.
Trigger.
Yeah, I can see a agency working with the Dragonborn for delivering dragon carcasses around the town. Where's Alvor? Is Alvor dead? What happened to Alvor? Is he back to the smithing? He's not back to the smithing. Did he die?
Did you die?
I cannot find him, so I'm gonna assume that if I cannot find his dead body, that he's alive somewhere.
Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften.
But cannot find him. I'm just gonna wait 1 hour here to see if anything happens. If he doesn't appear, he doesn't appear. Okay. He just... yeah. I guess he maybe died, which is very sad, but I don't feel the patience to reload the thing. I'm just gonna go to Whiterun and sell the rest of the... check his house. That's not a bad idea actually, to check his house. Maybe he was inside his house instead of his shop. But yeah, no worries there. What time is it in Skyrim? Time 7
Are you feeling sick?
Is she
You're
closing
someone
shop? No, she's
looking
still...
to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Actually, I was hoping that you could buy all this stuff. Don't ask where it came from. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
You can revive him with console commands if you want to. Really? That's a thing in the computer version?
That
Do
makes
you
sense.
How do you do that? Well, console command.
Please tell me you have news of my son.
Afterwards, the world will still consider he's dead, but his vendor services will still be available. Interesting. That is awesome.
Is he? You've saved him?
That is useful.
I must see him at once. What? After all this, I can't even see him? How do I know you're telling me the truth? And for it bears aloft next summer's sea. So it's true. Thank you, dear. Why don't you take it? We can always make another for the day when this war ends and
Papa, you're
Thorol
back.
can come
Oh,
home.
Lucia.
I got you something.
Oh, you did?
Hope you like it.
Thank you. I got something for you as well.
Wraith is a big meanie. You got me a prize.
Yes. I went all the way to Solitude and I got you a nice dress, and I guess here, take a doll to play with as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hit the key
Everything in
above
the
tab to
world.
open console commands. Yeah.
Give a holler if you have any questions.
Adopted a child? Yep, we adopted Lucia from Whiterun, the girl who's selling flowers, who got kicked out from the farm from her aunt after her parents died or something like that.
Such an altruist.
Yeah. I think for me, in my quote-unquote headcanon, the reason why in this game you're allowed to marry other characters but are not able to have children, only adopt children, is maybe because the Dragonborn is sterile. Maybe one of the downsides of being the Dragonborn is that he's sterile. But yeah. That is...
Makes absolute sense.
Right? And so he tries to give back to the world as well by adopting children, and in my headcanon, the children he adopts eventually become legendary warriors in their own name, sort of thing.
Legendary. So much legend. Can't take it.
I'm gonna start selling all these as well, because we have a fair amount of do you have a Grand Soul Gem? If you do, we are in business. You don't. We are not in business.
Do come back.
How do you explain the septum line? In what sense? Oh yes.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Because I guess they are not sterile after all if they're Dragonborn, because the septum line is like a line that
What do you
spawns
need, my
for
friend?
millennia. That's
You
true.
look rather pale.
Yikes.
Ataxia.
There's a flaw in my
So
theory.
you're an alchemist,
Very
then.
big flaw.
Well, there are always exceptions to the rule.
$30, $40. So we sell this one. Got deadly for 15, and this is just 5 seconds. Okay, so far so good.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy. Pardon me, but
Is it noticeable that I am munching?
I worry about other settlements.
No.
No? Okay.
Dude, can't hear shit.
That is good.
Fucking sneak 100 over there. Dude, munch getting away.
quietly, man.
Okay.
Targets for those damn
I got a really
behind
good
you.
present for you, Lydia.
I am at your command.
Is it more books?
No, it's a ice storm staff, so you can do some destruction ice magic while we tomb raid.
I don't want it. I don't like it. I'd much rather do fire stuff. I don't like ice.
Imagine. That's the actual like children's reaction in Skyrim world. Ugh, I'm not an ice magician, Dad. I'm a fire magician. What the fuck?
Dude, imagine that they gave you lip like that. You know, your servants just be like, bruh, no.
Oh, you
I
can
don't
hear
wanna
it.
do
To hell,
that."
sorry for that. Yeah, ASMR munching. I guess it's not very professional. I apologize.
I can't hear it, but I'm not really. I don't pay too much attention to munching unless it's very, very clear. I don't have what the people that get annoyed called misophonia.
Miso what?
Misophonia. It is the condition in which you are annoyed by loud or any
Huh.
sort of like annoying noises.
Is that an actual
It's
thing?
very common. It's very common in musicians.
When I was young, I was actually I had like this weird negative reaction to extremely high-pitched frequencies. Like it would drive me mad. I don't know if you remember, there are these high-pitched sounds that adults after their 30s are not able to hear anymore, but children and adolescents can hear it very well.
Absolutely.
And there was a point in high school where it was quote unquote cool for kids to use that high pitched frequency in their cell phones. And the teachers were unable to even realize what was going on in class. But
Yeah,
for
I
me, it was torture, and I went like bonkers with those noises. I was like, fucking shut up. Like, stop it. I hate it.
Stop it. It's just like you're only doing this, you're only frustrating like the students. You're not even bothering the teacher.
The teacher doesn't even hear it.
But it's funny because when I lived in Porto, there was a mall close to my house. And it was a very common area like around it where there used to be young people like smoking up or doing drugs and things like that. Because it had a sort of alley. And what happened is that eventually, I'm guessing some people like from the government or some of the authorities in the mall decided to install one of those things right next to that, like right next to the entrance of the mall. So every time I took the ramp up to go inside the mall, I would hear it non-stop, and I'd be like, why the fuck would you do this? But I understand, like it's a good technique to like keep a certain group away, like an age group to some degree.
Sure.
I mean, I understand. There's like, in all fairness, there was a lot of people there like doing hard drugs and shit, and that was like a main entrance where people and families would go through. It was just like on the side of the mall.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get it. I understand. But dude, I suffered every time I went to just go buy some food and shit. I'd be like, oh, dude, not cool, man. So. I'll be right back. Just gonna turn on a light because it's getting dark.
Yep, sun is going down. Why is everything closed? 7 a.m. Not p.m. Guess we just have to wait an hour. That's fine. I can see. That's not role-playing breaking. I can see the Dragonborn waiting for 1 hour in the streets for the shops to open.
Waiting for the shops to
It's good to see a
What
fresh
the hell is
face.
he doing
You
here?
wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you?
Whoa, whoa,
You've
that
got
bowl
orders
cut
to
though.
tell you
Or if you have a
something.
ponytail, holy Jesus, I
you
can't
would.
see it.
That's
Man,
an
what did you say?
Argonian. Argonians have
I don't-
some distinctive looks. They're
I
basically
don't know who the fucking gave you that
I told her
acorn-looking
the
haircut, but
Imperial
dude,
Walking
fire your
lizards.
hairdresser.
war of Jarls and
Jesus,
Imperial-
what the
Just
fuck?
it
It's
was
literally
brave
an
of you to
acorn
come
shell
to
on
me
her
with this.
head. I'm like,
like
cool.
their
If you're looking for
hair
opportunities to make
is
some coin,
mostly
But you
like
have
plumage,
service.
right?
I'm your man.
Like dinosaurs, kind of
Sure,
thing.
sure.
Feathers instead of actual hair, I guess. Exactly. Waiting for the stores to open. What did I do? I talked to her
Dragon to
already,
attack
and
kind
I
sword.
want to get rid of that sword I have for some coinage.
Seems there's no end to it.
Do you have
Blades,
coinage? I have
helmets,
coinage.
pretty much anything to suit your
You have
needs.
this sword of ice that I don't like. You can have it.
Blades,
Actually,
helmets,
double check.
pretty much
about-
anything to suit your
okay,
needs.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're good to go.
Return anytime you need arms.
I don't know how long we've been.
by force.
This was like a 20-minute, maybe 30-minute menu adventure, but now we're finally starting to do some quests.
Nice.
I'm gonna start off with doing a very questionable quest where we have to put out the fire from a lighthouse so that a ship can crash into the coast and get the loot from the ship. But then, surprise, surprise, the people we help out on this heist, they betray us. Gasp.
Wow, what a twist! What an M. Night Shyamalan.
Right. Yeah, for those who don't know, this is also like a hidden entrance to Solitude. Like all the way down here, past the docks, you actually can use this as an escape route for one of the Dark Brotherhood assassination contracts, which is very useful. And now that we have the respite, do you pronounce it respite?
Yeah.
In English, respite.
Sounds about right to me.
Respite perk, we can just heal our stamina and sprint forever. We don't need no horse. We run faster than a horse.
We run faster than the horse. Yay!
There's two ways to go about it. You either get the perk of respite, so you can regain stamina, or you become a werewolf, and as a werewolf you have tons of stamina, and you can just sprint around as a werewolf. It's pretty fun, sprinting as a werewolf in the wilderness. Problem is that it's a crime to be a werewolf, so if they see you transform in a public place, you will get a bounty.
Isn't that kind of messed up that it's a crime? I mean, aren't
Yeah,
you kind
it
of
is very
born
messed
or
up.
like inculcated with this condition? It's not really like you choose to.
In
be a
this
werewolf.
game, being a werewolf is actually a boon from a Daedric lord, Hersin from the Hunt. You remember the talking deer in one of the streams?
Yeah.
The white deer? He granted the werewolf condition to mankind and others. So instead of a house, be a doggy. Instead of a horse, be a doggy. Exactly. That is the idea. And there is also like a tree perk tree, being a werewolf, and one of the perks
reforming the Dawn Guard.
is to summon other werewolves and wolves with your howl ability, which is pretty kick-ass. It's like you really feel like you're part of a pack, sort of thing.
Looks like you had no trouble.
The leader of the pack.
The effects have already been felt. The Ice Runner has... Without the lighthouse, my sister Dija will be at the wreck with our Black Blood marauders. She knows to expect you. Looks like you had no trouble.
I am actually considering becoming a werewolf on this playthrough, but...
Dude,
what's happening?
Wait. Does that lizard have like the most fucking Paime looking eyebrows you've ever seen, or was that just me? Like, does he have massive eyebrows?
Yeah,
or is
he's
it just like...
Yeah, his skin complexion is...
I'll see if I can't delay any patrols out there.
Because those black things, when we're looking at it from the front,
it looks like eyebrows, but it's
if
just
I
like
can't delay
a...
any patrols out there.
from the skull, I think.
I was looking at him and I was just imagining him having a beard going like...
Moving. I'll see if I can't delay
Oh,
any
dude,
patrols out
hilarious. Man, congrats to you, Skyrim. You still make me laugh after 10 years.
All the time. It's funny.
It's funny. Funny.
Just go over here. I don't know if it's actually... Maybe... No, this is actually closer. No. Fuck. Okay. This shouldn't take too long. A little fight against a necromancer and bandits. Now that we get that, we have the flame cloak. Flame cloak is nice. And we're gonna need the ward to access this necromancer. He's here. Okay, never mind, I don't have enough magic for what I wanted to do. Let's just switch right away for this. And unrelenting force. That's one mage done. Okay. Let's see if I can actually use one of the shouts to disarm. Oh, Lydia, you are a boss. I love you so much. She's a real powerhouse.
Is she doing the thing?
She absolutely does the thing. Like, she is such a reliable follower sometimes. Because the thing with followers in this game is that... What's that?
She's not like Vandal, that's stupid.
Well, a Vandal is good up until a certain point, because that's the thing. The followers in this game have a max level cap. And if I'm not mistaken, the max level cap of Vandal is between level 20 and 30. So beyond level 30, he doesn't level up with you anymore. But Lydia is one of those rare followers that she doesn't have her max level cap locked. So if you reach level 80, she will be level 80. If you reach level 100, she will be level 100, etc, etc.
Okay.
But Vandal is locked at level 20, 30, I think. Lydia best waifu? Well, for me it's a close call between Lydia and what's her face?
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right?
The sweetest Nord girl ever from that you can encounter her in Riften. Can't remember her name. She was actually my first wife in my first Skyrim playthrough.
Go down 2 levels.
What's her name?
Weeb alert.
She has a very sweet accent, like Scandinavian accent as well. She also has like a war paint on her face and shit. Why am I blocking on her name?
Why don't you remember the name of your ex-wife?
That doesn't bode well to me. Yeah, it's not.
You remember all the tomes and all the stories of Skyrim, but you can't remember.
Can't remember my wife's name.
I mean,
That is iffy.
I don't know what to say, bro.
Those priorities are in the wrong order, maybe.
I mean, everybody prioritizes what they want. I'm just like, she was your first love. You don't even remember her name. Okay, that's cool. I ain't one
You know
to
what?
judge.
Short pause. I'm gonna see if I can find the name on Google really quick.
Are you serious? Dude, you're the fucking worst. I can't believe it. Holy shit.
Skyrim. Follower. Thank you for the tunes. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Skyrim followers. Riften. Why am I not remembering her name? Mjol the lioness.
Okay, in
What's
all
her name?
fairness to you, Lawrence, that is the fucking weirdest name. So, you're accused. I would never have remembered that shit.
Mjol. I knew it was with
Is it
an
kind of-
M, but I couldn't remember.
My brother told me you were.
You could have well just said Mjolnir, and I've been like, oh sure, bro,
Yeah.
like the hammer. I can dig it.
It's Mjolnir without the near. Just Mjol.
Just Mjol.
And she has some really funny
You've
dialogue
been useful to
and
You've earned a quick death.
personal stories about going hunting in Morrowind with her parents, hunting cliff racers and stuff like that.
This is why you fell in love.
Oh yes, I am very easily sentimental that way. I am a fool for love.
Oh, it's for the way you look at me.
Okay, Lydia has got Dija. I'm gonna go take care of that guy over there. I wonder if I... Oh no. See? She's gonna use the staff I gave her. She can do fine.
Like, yes, Masa, I cannot disappoint. I use.
Yeah, she's so OP. Yeah, if you give her like the good items, equipment and stuff, she is a powerhouse. I have to read the letter, if I remember correctly. Yes, find out where bandits took to travel to Broken Ore Grotto. Okay. Dija, more like Deja. Mwahaha. I do appreciate your humor, the hell. I am exactly in the same
Yeah, you guys are definitely haven't fallen too far from the tree. Like,
right?
That is exactly what Lawrence does every time he's on my stream. I'm like, yep, sounds alright.
Must be a family thing.
Laugh at it, I just laugh. The thing is, I love animation, right? Which is like, you know, the non-jokes. So I'm more than happy. For me, those aren't bad jokes, but they're the closest thing to what a non-joke is.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, it's more than fun enough. I always give the example of one of my favorite ones, which is roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun, get into that. That's one of my favorite jokes. Like,
I'm kinda hearing you not so well. Are you like far away from your mic or?
Is this any better?
Oh,
Can you hear
wow,
me now?
this is close and personal. Wow, we was
Am I getting all sultry over here?
sexy
Am I in your
times.
ear? So sexy. Super sexy.
this is if you want to sing, you know, old school like jazz, you just go
Yeah.
like,
Get close to the mic.
I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Reinhardt.
I love to eat you every day.
And I'll stop.
Is that your Elvis impersonation?
That's close enough. I'm the king. I'm Las Vegas, baby. Can't rock and roll. Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Did you not hear? Do you not know the message?
That is pretty good.
Oh, mama.
Thank you. That's
It's
more like
halfway
Johnny
between Johnny
Bravo.
Oh, mama. Oh, baby.
I mean, Johnny Bravo is an overinflated
Classic.
Elvis Presley. That's literally what he is.
Yeah, true. Do kids still know who Johnny Bravo is? Probably not. That has felt
Those 90s, early 2000s show don't pass anymore.
No.
It's like,
yeah.
it's like, you know, Cow and Chicken and Ren and Stimpy, Augie and the Cockroaches. All those things are very classical from our times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure some kids know it, but I don't think it passes with the frequency it did when we were young, like at all.
Mm.
Yeah, like your brother says, Cartoon Network has changed a lot. I mean, when
It's still
I moved,
around, though, isn't it? Cartoon Network.
It is. Like, when I moved to Portugal was the first time I had Cartoon Network, so that was when I was around 15. And already at the time, things were switching. You were having Foster's House, Imaginary Friends, and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, Bernard, how old are you? You're my cousin's age, right? You were in the same class.
Yeah, he's from 95.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense, yeah.
Right? Question mark.
Bro, I don't know. This is sad, but I'm not too sure what age my cousin is. So I know she's younger than me, but I don't know by how much. It's fun. She was also half German, half Portuguese. Like you guys!
Yeah! Represent dual citizenship.
Where my bilinguals at?
There's a lot of magic going around now in this game. She's a little bit careful
Magic
with her stuff.
accompanied by a whole bunch of pausing.
Yeah. I do play it a little bit like a semi-turn-based game. I do a lot of quick menu stuff. Well, quote-unquote quick menu.
It was Isabel Bernard. Yeah, absolutely. Isabel Tinzai, that's it. Yeah.
Oh. Also because I'm looting all the bodies I find for their coinage.
Coinage.
Yeah, that's the thing with the flame cloak. Flame cloak is so useful. If you use it in synergy with the flame Atronak and a enchanted weapon with flame effect, like you're golden. You don't need anything else.
You're golden. Be right back, dude.
You win.
Oh, Lydia. Such a powerhouse.
Oh, I apologize if that came through. I was
That's fine. We do enjoy your little jammies.
my little jammies, me singing mainstream music, which is what I do as guilty pleasure sometimes. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna sing a little ting there. Be like, I don't listen to pop, but I mean, it's hard not to, pop music at the end of the day is all about having catchy hooks and riffs and shit like that. So if you hear it once, you've heard all of it. It's like, yeah, it just stays in your head.
Sure.
It's like there was like not too long ago there came out a new Justin Bieber song that was passing all the time in the radio, like all the fucking time. And then at some point, even me, like when I was just doing something and just started singing it, I was like, dude, no, not the Biebs, please, don't stay in my head like this. Then I just started going, I'm like, dude, no, stop it, slap myself in the head, don't do it.
But would you say there are some pop artists that you legit enjoy without being a guilty pleasure? For example, I don't know which one would be a good example.
It's hard to say
Billie
because,
Eilish, for example, she's
pop
like on the mainstream.
still a very
it's very
still a
broad,
very
right?
big term,
How do you
right?
define pop music?
Yeah, it's
Is it
broad.
like popular music?
Yeah, but I mean, of course, if we define pop as being that which is popular, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what pop is nowadays.
Yeah.
There's things that are considered pop that I like, but they're not popular enough that they are pop.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean, they're not enough in the mainstream, so they are considered pop. Right now, there's nothing popping in my head, but I'm sure there is. I mean, I also grew up listening to pop. When I was younger, I listened to pop, obviously. I'm a pop machine from the 90s and the 2000s. Like, I know shit tons of music. I went through. We lived the last generation. Well, not the last, but we lived one of the earliest, biggest generations of boy bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
During our childhood and our teenage years.
That's true. It was very.
Boy bands are inherently a 90s thing.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, the
Boyzone, Take That, all
British
that
girls.
bullshit.
What's their name? Spice Girls.
Spice Girls. Yeah, girl bands is different. Girl bands have been around for a while, but boy bands is a thing of the 90s, like all the way. Of course, in music you have like barbershop quartets if you want to go all the way back.
I guess that is a form of boy band, barbershop quartet.
No, absolutely.
That
so
makes
if you want to look at it that way, they have been around for a while, but in the format that they were, and like for example now when you have K-pop, which is glorified boy bands like non-stop, like BTS and stuff like that. I mean, that's come back with as a fucking shockwave. It's shocked the world now. It's like your girl says, man. It's all about the Eastern boy bands. Hell yeah, K-pop is the thing bringing back boy bands.
That became so strong in latest years, right?
Yeah.
I was having that discussion with my brother that a couple of days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about K-pop. Like the past 15 years, K-pop really has become very high status in global culture, I guess, right?
Yeah. No, it has. I think that the last boy band that I can think of. Well, then again, I'm not familiarized with today's like preteen music, but the last one I remember listening to is what, One Direction, maybe.
Okay.
That was the last very boy band from the West, but I'm not sure. Plus, all of them are, especially like Harry Styles, is doing a lot now as a solo career, so I mean, it's developed a lot, but I don't think there's anything else really that came out since then. Not that I can think of. But yeah, K-pop it's blowing up, and I understand completely why. Like, because with them, it's not just the music thing; it's the theatrics of it.
Yeah, the whole thing around it. That's true.
Video clips.
Their
and
video
shit.
clips are amazing. That's true. Yeah.
they're so over the fucking top.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
crazy.
They're really pop.
I mean, you can't
so
even
well
focus
produced,
on
so well
things because there's
directed.
so much happening. You know, it's like, holy shit. So in a way, you have to rewatch the video clips as well, so you can get everything. Like I remember, was it called Idol? One of the songs from BTS, something like that. Where it's just...
Well, we have a BTS knowledgeable person here. If Tehel is still with us, like he is, like, pretty knowledgeable about that band. I don't know if he considers himself part of the army, quote unquote.
Yeah, I love it.
But
The army of suckers.
We cleaned this bandit hideout pretty fast. Yeah, here we are. Money, money, give me money, 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 give me coin, give me gold. Journal. Journal. BTS, Blackpink, Twice EXO, Super Junior, the name of a few that are pretty popular right now. Yeah, Idol is a recent song from BTS.
Yeah, that shit. That video clip. When I watched that shit, I was like, I can't even, I can't even understand what the fuck is going on. Like, so much shit going on. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I know. I don't really listen to it, but I do know BTS and Blackpink. Those are the names I know, pretty much. I don't really know anyone else. I don't really actively listen to K-pop, but I enjoy it to some degree. I do enjoy more stuff that's more like baby metal, which is kind of like
My
Japan.
brother went to a concert of baby metal.
Really?
Yeah,
Who did you go see, man?
When he was studying in California. Am I saying something correct? Tell me the hell. Like, I'm not imagining this, right? Yes, he says. Okay.
Nice. Nice. Fuck yeah. Baby metal's the shit. Hell yeah.
I remember that when we went to visit my brother in America, we were listening in the car to some baby metal tunes while we were
Maybe
traveling.
the chocolate one.
I don't remember specifically. Must be. I don't know.
Chocolato, 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 chocolato. Fucking hell. I love that shit. It's so fucking good, man. So fucking awesome.
So baby metal is one of the bigger bands as well from Japan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm assuming then. Okay, this is done. Now we want to go to Dead Man's Respite. Enemies are close or nearby. How? Where?
I don't know that band, Bernie. I have no idea who they are. AKB48. I don't know them. I don't know enough from that side.
Yeah, I feel very uncultured right now. I have no idea who they are.
The Japanese stuff I know is more like maybe anime shit or Ryuichi Sakamoto.
Definitely anime
or
related.
old jazz pianists and shit like that.
Jazz pianists? Like who?
I'm trying to remember. There's a guy that I listen to a lot.
Ryoshi something, right? Wasn't there like a YouTube video from his album from the 70s that become like popular like that?
Yeah,
I remember that. It's funny how sometimes the YouTube algorithm will revive stuff 40 years after or 50 years after or how long it's been. Like the very popular in the interwebs "Plastic Love" from Mariah Takeuchi. Does this ring any bell?
It does
Plastic
ring
Love?
a bell. Oh, and the pianist I was thinking of, his name is Ryo Fukui. That's
The one, not Ryushi. Ryo. Fucking hell.
Ryo Fukui. And
Yeah.
the album is called Scenery.
It's like a red
I think.
cover, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that.
Dude, you know it.
A
Did you
couple
know?
of years ago. Yeah.
That's from the Ealing days.
Yeah. Exactly. And besides that, you have Nujabes, pretty cool Japanese
classic.
hip hop.
Samurai hip hop, as I like to call it.
Samurai hip hop.
Or samurai pop.
But it's a very clever artistic form of instrumental hip hop because he uses a lot of different instruments, like sure, piano and whatnot, but also like flute instruments, wind instruments.
You can tell that
I
there's
mean.
an Eastern influence in it as
Yeah,
well. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You can tell very well. You usually can, like when you hear certain bands, like you can tell where they're drawing their influence from, especially in like lo-fi or minimalistic or things like that. They use a lot of sampling from the areas they want, where they're from, or from the areas they actually want to like emulate, so to say. So I like that genre a lot. I feel like it's become, now it started becoming
Oh
very
yeah.
part of me.
Chill hop and lo-fi and whatnot. Yeah.
Beats to study to.
Beats to study to. Yeah. It's a very hybrid form of hip hop. Oh, that's a long paragraph.
Yeah, I
Named
read
after
it though. I had to go close to my TV because I don't have my glasses on.
Major shopping district to video games, anime, and electronics. Ah. Okay.
Interessant.
I was not familiar with that at all. Cool. Dropping the knowledge on the chat.
Hell
Bra,
yeah,
bra.
bruh. This is why we come here. We come here for all that knowledge. Spit the rhymes.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Spitting the rhymes and the knowledge. The Black Brothers.
Oh, is that the band that has like 40 different members? 110. Whoa. Okay, yeah.
Jesus. That's more than an orchestra, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus. An orchestra is like, what, 60 to 70? Jesus, that's insane. You do you, boo-boo. I guess if it works, it works.
You're back
Shit,
into
now that shit's
a
in my
baby
head.
metal vibe, yeah.
Shit's in my head. I can't take it away now.
But yeah.
Fucking baby man.
I was actually working on a playlist of anime-related music, and I just went down the rabbit hole of the different bands and composers.
Sure.
You can lose yourself very easily into that world if that's something that interests you.
Of course. I feel like you can say that about any style of music that you actually start investigating, really.
Yeah.
It's like when you were telling me about, what is it, math rock?
Math rock. Yeah, like, I needed 30 years to finally discover this genre, math rock. Like, I had no idea this was a thing, but it's hands down my favorite style of music, because it's like a hybrid of jazz and rock, or incorporating theory of jazz into rock practice. That's a better way to put it.
I mean, it's funny because that description you just gave is literally like progressive or fusion.
Yeah. It's close to that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I noticed. It's all about playing with time signatures and shit, pretty
Yeah.
much, and like
Love
different
it.
kind of like beats and counter beats and things. I understand. It's a little too mathematic for me. It's but I do appreciate it because I love progressive rock. But I did feel like it's a more intellectual kind of rock, if I can put it that way. Explain it better than that.
Yes.
It's like kind of you compared it to jazz, right? To some degree. Jazz is often considered the most elitist of genres for many people.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting that there are some music genres that are sometimes not very accessible in that sense, I guess.
yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they're not trying to corner a mainstream market. They're cornering a specific audience. You know, they're going for niche people. So it's fine. You know, plus you can stand out more if there's less to stand out from. It's a massive difference. It's like in the beginning of the 2000s, late 90s, when the freak folk movement started, there were very few bands that were happening, and all of them got pretty big within the genre. And now, or later on, more freak folk / indie things started appearing, and now it's a more common genre. But the bands that really stood out within it were the ones that were doing it when nobody was listening to it.
Sure.
At all. So yeah. This has become a very muso stream. I apologize, Aaron.
No, I like it. I don't think we did talk slightly about music before, but we never came like this deep before, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, bro, it's cool. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to talk about politics, so I talk about what I know. You know?
Man, talk politics. So tired of politics.
I know. That's kind of why I lost interest in politics. Because I mean, I did study journalism, I did have to be informed about all those things, and it just got to a point where I was like, nah, I'm good. I get informed about things in a general aspect, but I don't really trying to like go deep into things unless they have some sort of significance, you know, or unless they affect people I know, like the whole, you know, Azerbaijani Armenian kind of struggle and shit like that.
Okay, yeah.
For me, that has certain incidents because I know quite a few Armenian people who had struggles with, you know, throughout the issues, the conflict and things. So I inform myself a bit more just because I feel like it's important for the people I know. But if it was for me, it doesn't really reach me in that way. It's like, yeah, it's important to know, it's good to be aware, but ultimately I steer away from political things. Also because most people that argue politics or talk about politics don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Nobody does any research.
Sometimes it's a little bit lacking in actual knowledge and more about planting your roots on what you consider to be your social or cultural tribe, right? You're representing a wave length, so to speak. But yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, because the thing is, I say this even for myself. I don't really engage in political talks because all I can do is give my perspective from my experience of life and things I've seen. I don't claim to know things that I don't have knowledge about.
Which I think it's the best way to start about, like, well, Socrates. I only know that I know nothing.
Bro, that's
the
what
more
I
you know,
say.
the more you realize that it's very complicated to be an absolutist in your way of thinking, so to speak.
Absolute.
Absolute, 100%.
100%. Helvete. You're right. You're absolutely right, Lawrence.
And I guess that nowadays the political landscape can be so exhausting. Like, not that it wasn't before. I'm sure that in the past the political landscape was also very exhausting. But in the age of information, like, it seems that people are so easily not on the same page all the time.
This is what I was gonna say. It's not the age of information, it's the age of misinformation.
Yeah, it's very ironic in that way as well, yeah.
You know, it's like news, you know, on websites and shit. If you like, even South Park, they're the ones that say it better. If you think about it, I don't know, like,
South Park has some
everything's
very
bad.
clever,
Bro,
messaging
everything's
that
bad.
sense.
Everything's clickbait. There's no real news. That's why, partly why I stopped doing journalism. It's because I saw how much bullshit was going on in the industry. I was like, dude, what's the point? It's like teachers telling me that I have to be partial in my opinions if I want to, you know, write for this or for that, you know? And I'm like, dude, it's what led me to understand that there is no such thing as absolute truth. Studying
Right.
journalism.
Yeah. Or if there is, it's not possible for humans
There is no
to
absolute
claim
truth
it.
because
Yeah.
absolute truth is in the eye of the beholder. You know, something that happens is felt, seen, understood completely differently from, you know, whoever's perspective it is that's watching.
Definitely in a human perspective. I agree with that.
Unless you're a robot, you can't do that. There can't be an absolute programmed truth. It's impossible. Now this is where all the people who are watching that are religious come to me. But you know God. I'm like, let's not bring religion into this.
It becomes very easily, very fast complicated, yeah. To each their own belief system and whatnot. Like, if it makes you a good person, kudos to you. If not, then keep it for yourself. But yeah.
I like your brother's comment.
I've been a little bit out of it.
Just the last one.
Promote to another subgroup. Two brothers, there's two.
Bro, I mean, yeah, these are the things we talk about, right? You know what's funny? Lauren's met my friends in Coimbra here. And dude, for them, meeting Lawrence was like meeting like the wise man in the village.
Okay, I am blushing right now. That is very
no,
nice.
It's true. They were like so impressed. They were like, "My God, he's so knowledgeable. He's so wise." I'm like,
I
"Yeah,
don't
I
know
know
what
it's
to
Lawrence,
say.
bro."
That is very nice.
And like, remember when you stayed over and Bertio stayed over, like the conversation we were having. I think we were talking also about this absolute truth kind of thing, probably, because I think it comes up a lot in conversation. And I just remember him being like, "Whoa, blown away." The mind blown gift. That was him. You know? Because the thing is, I feel like we talk so casually about things that are considered deep to some degree, you know, and people that are not used to those kind of conversations are just taken aback. They're like, "Whoa, we were talking."
I guess
about
it's
my
not a
manuscripts, and now we're talking
day-to-day
about
type of conversation most of the time.
because I mean, it's fun to talk about these things, man. It's so fun. And they're things that don't really require knowledge to talk about. They require experience. So it's nice. Because you can draw from experience from other people. You know, you don't have to take it as truth. Yeah, they are. They're absolutely happy to ignore that shit. They're just like, nah, it's too hard to think about, you know? I just want to gossip about who kissed who and whatnot. Bro, I live in a small town, you know? You know how it is. It's incest here, incest there, bro. You know, everyone's fucked everyone.
Strong statements, okay.
No, it's just like I was about to make a very strong statement again about the south of Sweden, but I don't think I should. I shouldn't call them out. But I will just let you know that the nickname for the south of Sweden for me is Swalabama. So take whatever you need from that comment.
Come again? What's the name?
The name I give to the south of Sweden is Swalabama.
Swalabama.
So take whatever you want from that comment. You know.
Mm.
Who the fuck wants to fit in? Fitting in sucks.
It depends. Like sometimes fitting in can be very appealing. Like that's why usually the majority that you see, like the tendency is like, I belong to this group or I belong to this group. Because fitting in, you always look for a type of belonging, either spending the rest of your life with the quote-unquote right person or being part of a certain group. I think it's, for the better or worse, inherent part of human nature to concretizare. What's the term in English?
Bro, why you gotta always call me out on this? I don't know, man.
I'm not calling you out. I'm lost myself as well.
Is that come to fruition?
Come to fruition.
To realize, yeah, to realize.
To realize. On your quest of belonging to something, like the inherent nature that we have as human beings to satisfy that belonging, existential feeling of it.
I completely agree with you. But the thing is...
Yeah? Go.
No, go on. Finish your train of thought, I prefer.
It varies from person to person. Sometimes it accentuates as you grow older, right? Uh-oh, what happened?
What did you do? Did you crash?
The game crashed.
You crashed? It was too deep.
The game was like, too much.
I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this anymore. You can literally put it back up.
I had an autosave as soon as I entered the dungeon as well. So apologize to anyone who's still watching. We are continuing the stream if you still want to tag along. I just have to basically reboot the game because looks like the game was not having none of it from my nonsense. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. But we were talking about sense of belonging, existential questions, human nature, blah blah de blah.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are inherently social creatures, so not adhering to their own sense of belonging can feel bad or weird. Exactly. That's very well put in one sentence. That's exactly it. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, but you see the thing about the whole belonging to tribes and all those things, which I completely agree with you. Like it's a factor that we do search for like-minded people, or to some degree, like people that have the same energy or essence as we do. But if you are what you would call trying to fit in, or forcing yourself to change your views so you can connect with a tribe, you're not really being truthful to the whole concept of finding a tribe.
Sure.
And this is what I mean by fitting in, especially when you're young, like in the teenage years. In the teenage years, you're struggling to fit in with yourself to begin with. You don't know who you are, and so many people end up falling into that hole, and that's why there's so much depression during the teenage years, which is to some degree normal, obviously. But I do feel that it's because of that attempt to, fit in with a tribe, because society also says that having that tribe is one of the pillars that is necessary for your personal growth. And people that don't find their tribe are forced, or, to either find one, by proxy and not actually doing it according to how they feel, or they just end up isolating themselves because they can't
figure out what to do. Like for me, that was me in my teenage years. Not with you guys from Brussels. Like I had my tribe, but I lived away from you. And when I lived in Coimbra, it took me 2 years or 3 years to find people that I was actually happy to call, you know, friends or happy to call my tribe. It took a long time. And during those 2 years, instead of trying to fit in, I did the exact opposite. I pushed as far from the common hive mind mentality of the people around me so I could find all the other ones that did the same. You know?
That is a good way to go about it.
Yeah. Getting deep again. What can I say? Chugga chugga choo choo.
Sometimes I just love to watch her go. Come on, Lydia, you can do it.
Are you a priest?
Lydia, when you move from place to place, it can be difficult process to find, quote unquote, your people. I remember that transition phase when I moved to London or to Berlin. There's always that beginning phase to find, quote unquote, your cultural tribe or social tribe.
Yes.
Like-minded people.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, I can't. It sucks because I'm watching you play on my TV, right? And the text on the chat is so small. I'm struggling to read. I'm like,
yeah, I have to get closer as well because I have the chat on my phone, so sometimes yeah, exactly. I guess that's what yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's funny though, because I do feel like a lot of people I know kind of went through this struggle growing up. I feel like to some degree, not all of us, but quite a few of us were a bit of outcasts. You know? I feel like going through this kind of process of, you know, the whole figuring out things and finding a tribe and kind of just claiming who you are early on also allows us to not make these mistakes later on. Because I know, like, I noticed that when I was in uni in London, for example, people that I met there, they were younger than me, but not necessarily much younger. Like, let's say, what, 20, 22, 21, I don't know. I finished uni when I was 26 there.
Right.
So they were probably around 4 or 5 years younger than me. But I noticed a lot of people struggling with the whole finding people and forcing themselves or believing they found someone and then eventually getting very disappointed when the tribe left them in the shit, so to say, if you want to put it in those words.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to get personal and say people's names and shit, but someone I know, like for example, had a group of friends, and eventually they went through a very traumatic experience in their own personal life.
Okay.
The loss of someone dear to them. And all the people that person had around them just vanished at that moment. There was no support. They literally couldn't stand the grief of someone else because either they were too young or too immature. And they left this person alone, and this person just said, like, I don't understand, like, all my friends left me. You know, I remember telling this person, friends you lose are people that were never your friends to begin with, or there are people that give nothing to you in your life. They're people that don't matter. And, you know, I'm very open to people. I'm open to giving, you know, opportunities for people to be who they are and, you know, to show themselves and stuff. But I'm also very, not selective, but I'm very used by now to read people and know that I'm not gonna get along with this person, or I'm not gonna, nothing is gonna come from this. There is no inherent spark, connection, anything. So I don't put myself at risk of, it's not putting myself at risk, but I don't really keep contact or hang around with people that I know aren't people that bring me joy or that I can bring joy to.
Okay.
You know? And that's a skill that I feel is learned by going through a lot of grievances. You know, it's something that takes a while, and people who have never dealt with it young, then when they go through those kind of things when they're older, it's like they have to go through the whole teenage process of like refining themselves and redefining themselves. Like, Jesus, that sucks. That sucks balls, man. I mean, I might be lost like in direction with what I want to do with my life, like in a professional viewpoint, but I know who the fuck I am. Like, you know, I don't doubt the shit I do, and if people don't like it, they can just fuck off. You know, like, it's fine. You don't like it, you don't like it. It's all good, man. I ain't here to judge you. You don't want to, like, I remember, sorry, I'm just talking shit and telling stories and stuff. I apologize. Lawrence, stop me at any time, because you're doing a stream, you know, if you want to.
I am enjoying hearing what you're saying. I think it adds quality to internet content to be able talking about real things. Like, I wish this was a more common thing.
Fair.
So don't apologize. I think it's a quality to have.
Yeah, like, okay, then one example of something that happened to me that kind of illustrates this whole thing that I was talking about. One of my friends, when I was still living in London, one of my friends had a girlfriend that came to visit. She didn't live in London, but she came to visit. This was one of my very close friends, and when he went to class, like, we were all in the cafe in front of my uni, and when he went to class, she stayed in the cafe, and I also stayed because I skipped every class. And as soon as I met her, the whole time I did not like the vibe. I was like, I'm not vibing with this person. There's nothing here. And I remember that I was playing guitar and she was in front of me and we were in the cafe, and I literally turned to her and I told her, don't get me wrong, but I have nothing to say to you, so I'm just gonna play guitar.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, you see, whilst that is rude, I know it is, but with those kind of things, I'm just very straight up. Like, I'm like, I'm sorry, but no. No, like, there's not going to be communication here. It's not going to happen. I hate forcing communication. When I have to force it, I'm like, nah, I'm not interested.
When it's not genuine and you feel like,
yeah, it's I'm too old, not too old, but I'm just too tired of superficiality and bullshit. And, you know, I don't need to have deep talks all the time. This is not what I'm talking about. But there needs to be, you know, a certain ease and relaxation about things, because a lot of these people that I don't like are also people I can tell are still trying to find a way to fit in as well. Like, they don't seem comfortable with who they are, you know? And that's their own struggle, that's their own life. They have to get there on their own, and I'm not going to be there to, you know, put fire on their whole dissimulation and trying to, like, figure out how to fit in. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to be part of that. So, you know, you're either genuine, you talk to me on a human level, you know, and let go of all the, you know, blah, blah, blah bullshit. Or, you know, I'm just going to sit here quietly playing my guitar. Right, that's it. Simples. But yeah. So, what's happening in the world of Skyrim right now?
You remember when I mentioned the side quest of the Bard's College?
Yes, I recall.
So, long story short, we entered a tomb that is related to a bard that got punished for a verse that he wrote about one of the many kings Skyrim had in the past. And we're here to collect the forbidden verse that he got punished for writing. Long story short. And it's similar. What's the tradition in the UK where they burn an effigy?
Yeah, Guy Fawkes.
Yes, thanks.
5th of November, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
The dude that tried to burn down government.
Yeah.
I want to say it's the 5th of November, but I'm not 100%.
It's either
Because
that or something related to... Is it possible that in north of Ireland they also... No, I don't want to invent stuff that I am not entirely sure about. But I remember that either in the UK or in Britain, there is this tradition where you burn an effigy from an old enemy from the UK or Britain.
We heading out? As you will,
I
my
think.
Thane.
And right here, there's a similar tradition where the Bard's College burn an effigy representing King Olaf, and it's a tradition that celebrates basically disowning false kings in Skyrim. Usurpers. That's the correct terminology.
Sure. I
Yeah.
like that term. That's a good term.
That's
use
what's
that in my
happening right
lyrics. I
now.
like it.
And it's just a tomb raiding moment, dungeon crawling. Okay, right here is going to be the final fight, but as you can see, there's a magic barrier. We're going to have to dispel it with something else that we might find on here. Okay. I know what's going to happen here, that's why I'm quick saving right now, because we might have to fight a couple of Death Lords or Drugger, whatever their names are. Just powerful undead shenanigans. There you are. Drugger Death Lord. I knew it. I knew it! I remember this game so well. Oh shit, he's strong. Okay, gotta be a tough fight. I have to be careful with my health bars. Let me think. That's the best I can do. That's the best thing I have right
Are you
now.
actually apt to defeat him with
Yes.
the point you got now?
As long as I'm careful with my health bar, we can do it. Yeah. Because not only can I stagger him with my strong attack and shield bash, but Lydia can also stagger them with her shield bash and strong attack. So
Oh, he's going down.
he's definitely going down. Just have to be careful with his death blows. Yeah, he's so down. I don't even have to deliver the finishing blow.
Nah, bro.
Lydia, you are the love of my life right now. Thank you for being part of the team. Oh, I have to.
Thanks for all the fish.
Thanks for all the fish. Oh, is that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah, I
Something
feel like
that?
we had this discussion last time as well.
Yeah. Love it. And you see, sometimes you have these undead that are like, no, you don't see me. But I see you, I know where you are. I know you're alive, you cannot fool me. Killer moves. And I think this must be... Oh no, it's still a couple of enemies here. Right? There's one over there. There's...
But it's over now. Yeah, in the
Bonfire Night. That's it.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
hell.
say that's
Nice.
that's also the name in Britain. It's either Guy Fawkes Night, Firework Night, or Bonfire Night.
Okay.
You give it
That's what I
the name.
was thinking before. Okay. Cool, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They burn Guy Fawkes. Fawkes. I don't know. They burn the effigy of Guy Fawkes on that night because he basically attempted to bring down government by exploding it, but he was thwarted by, I guess, the military at the time or something like that. So every year they celebrate the day that his attempts were thwarted, I guess. It's a weird thing to celebrate, I feel.
Yeah.
Very weird. Got some weird Wicca vibes to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just burn the effigy.
Sometimes
to the
they do
stake
be
and
like that.
And then they have a little rhyme that goes with it. I just remember the first line, which is like, remember, remember, the 5th of November.
Right.
And, I don't know the rest.
That
If anyone in the
became also
chat
very
knows,
popular.
write down the lyrics and we'll sing them out with you. Yes.
Yeah.
But don't go just don't copy just from Google. If you know them, you know them. Don't actually do it, because I'm not gonna sing it.
Yes. We cannot
I've had
enforce
enough
that
of
rule, but...
Yeah, I've had enough of that on my stream.
Yeah?
People asking me to sing Portuguese songs.
All right, today. Oh man, so sorry about that. That was a very eventful stream, like very active.
I guess this is what I get for leaving my Discord on for my friends to just drop in.
Mhm.
This is what happens. Oh man, it was good though. It was good.
Last verse. Oh, Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to read it all. But yeah, sometimes you do have like nice literature in the actual Skyrim game. Like, I don't have the patience, but there is a madman that actually read all the books in Skyrim, and he has a video on YouTube. He's from Polygon. He's Brian Gilbert something. And one of the episodes from his series, he actually breaks down the whole literature in the Skyrim games, and he tells you basically which ones are worth reading or not, which ones are interesting. Yeah, right.
Wow.
But he does like crazy, insane 40 minutes videos about this kind of random stuff. There's another one where he lists all the war crimes that Mario and Bowser committed during the whole history of their games.
Nice. Fuck yeah, bro. They committed shit tons of crimes.
Yeah. It's a very worthy series to watch. It's from the Polygon YouTube channel, Brian Gilbert something. I'm sorry, I forgot the full name of his, but yeah.
Dude, thinking of my playthroughs with Mario, man, I sure as hell committed a lot of Goombacide.
Right? Poor Goombas.
Holy Jesus.
They were just walking about.
They were just walking around and I just fucking popped them in the head, like pop, pop, pop! Keep it back! Like, Jesus. Mario, you're so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So aggressive. I have seen quite a lot of art renderings of like Mario actually like stepping on Goombas and like very gory of him killing them and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I imagine.
wow, this is something that you completely took from my childhood and made it into something absolutely perverted. It's I love it. It's great. I love thinking of Mario as a bloodthirsty killer.
Right.
With a fucking, you know, Disney complex of saving the princess. That dude, man. That dude. Then again, I mean, Peach is the bitch in the story, bro. I mean...
Yeah, mixed signals, right?
It mixed signals, and it's like, Mario, come to the castle. There will be cake.
And then, you know, he gets there, and, you know, I mean, she's talking about cake, you know? I mean, those times talking about cake is something completely different, you know? Hey, know what I
We
mean?
know what that
So he's
code
like,
is meant for.
yeah.
It's the cake.
So Mario be like, hoo-hoo, I get to the cake, finally. And every time he gets there, then all of a sudden, Toad's just there. Mario! Peach has been moved into another house! Huh? You're like, fuck.
Shit.
That the fucking a bitch. Always following the Bowser. Shit. You know?
It is time.
I mean, if anything, that bitch got Stockholm Syndrome, man, I'll tell you. She in love with getting
you
kidnapped.
might not be far from the truth, maybe, yeah.
She in love with being kidnapped.
Miyamoto, you twisted fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Bro, we know what's going on in that head of yours, bro. You think Link and Zelda don't have their whole fucking dedicated fan fiction, erotic novels and shit like that? Bro, we know what's
Are you
going
talking
on.
about Little Sonic? What's his name?
I'm not talking about Little Sonic even.
You know
Little
who
Sonic,
I'm referencing?
Yeah, I know who you're referencing. Absolutely.
This is a little bit of a deep
Game
cut
Grumps religiously.
on the Game Grumps playthroughs, also on YouTube. Sometimes for their Sonic games playthrough, they like to read very colorful fan fictions from the interwebs about Sonic conquering female characters from other Nintendo games.
Amazing.
And it's hilarious. It's amazing.
But nothing shows better the like bloodthirsty murderer that Mario is than the YouTube video called Mario is a Racist.
Okay.
You should, if whoever's watching, if you've never seen this, type on YouTube Mario is a Racist. I cannot comment on the video, just watch it. It's so good. Oh, fuck. You will see exactly which one it is when it's in reference to Mario Kart. So yes, I must have shown it to you already, Lorenz, for sure.
It is. It sounds familiar, just from the title.
Yeah, because they're playing Mario Kart, and there's also like other characters that are on Nintendo, and then there's a scene where Mario goes like, "You're not Nintendo, you're Pretendo."
But
it's so epic, man. It's really worth a watch. Really. Are you still in the same cave, or have you moved on to somewhere else?
it's still the same one. This is basically the final showdown. We're fighting a full room of the undead court of the usurper king. And the poor bard that got the culture cancelled is fighting with us.
Culture cancelled. Oh, cancel culture, another theme.
Very
For
topical stream today, yes.
No, for another stream. We're not gonna dwell on cancel culture, although I could speak a lot about it. But, yeah, so what is your objective in this stream then? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
We are completing a bunch of side quests related to the capital of Solitude. And eventually, after completing those side quests, I think I'm gonna have to leave it the next step for the next stream. We will infiltrate the Thalmor embassy here in the northern mountains, which is related to the main quest. The Thalmor are like these SS sort of high elves extremist group from the Somerset Islands. and they are behind the white gold concordant, which prohibits from worshipping Talos as a god from the Nine Divines. It's a bit of a long story, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
but I see.
one of our characters related to the main quest. She thinks that the Thalmor might have information about the dragon returns. So that's why part of the main quest is to infiltrate this party at the embassy, sort of medieval James Bond style, and sneaking in there and find the information. Somewhat almost correct, but not entirely correct. Like there is important information there, but the Thalmor are not behind the dragons. Spoiler alert. I give the spoiler and I only after I give the spoiler do I say the spoiler.
It's okay, bro. I mean, this game came out 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
You know,
it's fine then.
If you spoiled it for anyone, it's tough shit. Should have played
You're
it.
very
10
sassy
years ago,
today.
guys. I'm not sassy, bro. I'm speaking out the truth. The TRUF, the truth.
That's all we want is the truth. We want the truth. We want the truth. When do we want it? Now.
How do we want it? I don't know.
I forget which of the dead bodies I already looted, so I'm just doing the tedious job of walking around the murder scene and collect all the...
All you need is a piece of chalk and just, outline all of them.
Right? I wish I could mark, like, this body was already looted. Automatically, like... But yes. I try to collect every piece of gold like this. I am very meticulous about that part of the game.
Understandable.
Because I know that just looting one body of 14 gold doesn't seem to add up a lot, but if you collect a lot of bodies with 14 gold, then it's very worth it. And I just sounded very weird right there. I'm apologizing. Apologizing.
Stop. Stop with your apology. There's no need for that.
We completed this dungeon, and the last part of this stream is doing interrupting a resuscitating necromancer ritual. That's gonna be our last quest, which we are doing right now. I think we are going to leave Sheogorath for the next stream.
I think that's good, bro. If you're trying to shorten your streams anyway, it's pretty good.
How long are we already?
You're about 2 hours and a half, so...
Okay. We had a bit of a weird start with that technical issue.
Bro, that's the bread and butter of streams, my friend.
Right, yeah. I'm remembering something else though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it for the next one as well. Pine Moon Cave. Unless I do the Pine Moon Cave first, because I think the Pine Moon Cave is just very small. It's not as long as the other ones.
And just like that, he embarked on another journey.
Right? I seem to be doing that all the time. Like every stream I'm like, yeah, we're gonna finish in 10 minutes. Like 40 minutes later, oh, I still need to do this. Oh my
Look at
God.
how a streamer struggles to stop playing. This summer, Lauren's plot is Skyrim.
Be right back. Gonna make soup. Nice. Make the soup.
Could you give me a bowl, please, sir? Please. Could I have some more, sir? Please.
What?
Could I have some more, please?
Please, sir. Can I have the fruits?
Poor little Oliver Twist. He gets nutty.
Okay. I think we still have some cure potions, so if we get infected with vampirism, it's no biggie. Let me double check on that. Yeah, 2 of them left. We need to restock on those potions when we get back to civilization. Okay, this should be fast. Like, it's literally just one room with 3 vampires, a master vampire, which is going to be a bitch to kill, and possibly a thrall and a blooded vampire, because we're already level 30, meaning the enemies from dungeons scale up to our level. Lydia, you good? You're good. Okay, so let's go. It's night time, so we are going to use our... Oh, actually, we might have to fight some wolves first, so let's steal their souls and steal our soul gems. Yeah, exactly. Very
On the way to his quest, he had another quest.
Man, it's like Inception. It's a quest inside a quest.
Oh god, don't even talk to me about that movie.
You have strong feelings about that movie?
I don't know.
No?
No. No, I have very weak feelings towards that movie.
Oh.
It's better than saying I have strong feelings. I have apathy towards that movie. Complete indifference.
Complete indifference.
Complete indifference. No.
I think, like, from Christopher Nolan's movies, besides The Dark Knight, the second movie, Memento and Inception, I kind of enjoy it.
I really like Memento a lot. Like,
Memento,
a lot.
Like, it's probably one of his first movies, right? Like, when he...
It's from 2000. I don't know if it's first movie or not, but it might be, actually. But it's also like the fact that it's with Guy Pearce, and I really like his acting in that movie. Like, I think he does such a great job at what he's doing. And I might be wrong, because I haven't seen the movie in a really long time, but that's what I was left with as an impression. Whilst I am in no way a DiCaprio fan. Which also kind of taints my view of the movie, because I don't really enjoy his acting. And this not to say he's not a good actor. There's movies he's in that I enjoy, even where he's the protagonist. That's fine. But I'm just not really a fan of Leo. And Inception just felt forced to me as a movie. It didn't really feel...
Sure. But as a cinematic experience, like... I guess if you don't think too hard about it, like, it does have some moments where you're like, what? What the fuck?
Sure, absolutely.
It is still enjoyable, like the sound design, the cinematography, and the direction. Like, that's what Christopher Nolan does best. It's the cinema experience. It's not necessarily like, besides Inception, which is a very clever story into itself. And I'm not like very deeply versed into Christopher Nolan's body of work. Like, I haven't watched his World War II movie. What was it again?
Dunkirk? Is it
yes,
Dunkirk
exactly. Like, I haven't watched that one.
I haven't seen it either.
But like stuff like Inception or Interstellar, like, it's not that the story is good or not. It's just like cinema becomes at its
You call it a
best
concept movie.
Yeah, concept movie, right? Like, it's all about the visual narrative, And
sort of like some most David Lynch
the
movies.
story
to some
transmitted through the actor's performance, like more about the performance than the writing, for example. Like I think that as a director, Christopher Nolan is able to sometimes tap into the actor's strength that way, even if the script itself is not super original or I'm not entirely sure what I'm trying to get at, but but yeah.
No, but I get what you mean. I understand. To be fair, like when it comes to Christopher Nolan, since we're talking about him, I mean, I watched more of his early movies than I watched his latest movies, apart from the Batman ones, obviously. But the movies of his that I remember more, or that I enjoyed, I guess, were Memento, Insomnia, which is with Al Pacino, and The Prestige.
That's one of the early ones that I haven't watched, Insomnia. I really have to cross that one out of my list. I really need to watch that one.
Pretty good one, yeah. The Prestige is also, well, The Prestige is good for a lot of reasons, even though it's, for me personally, I know that a lot of it comes down to the final twist in the movie.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I saw it coming since the first act of the movie, so it wasn't a surprise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, you can't M. Night Shyamalan me, bro. It's very hard. Like, okay, I'm not saying you can't. The thing is,
Look, a cave.
if I am looking at it from a cinematographic perspective, because like you, I also studied cinema, even though I didn't do the whole degree, but I've always been, an avid film enthusiast. And did you crash?
No, my vampirism disease started to acting up. Like you have 3 days to cure from your vampirism disease, and if you don't cure, you become a vampire.
Ooh,
And I completely forgot that I got infected after walking into that cave of vampires. But okay, after the potion, we seem to be doing fine. Okay, quick save right now. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good, bro. It's no worries. Yeah, as I was saying, it depends. The thing is, some movies, I get, absorbed into it so much that I drop my academic side of looking at the movie. I'm just watching a movie. And when I watch it in that way, I absolutely get surprised with twists, because I'm not looking for them, or I'm not analyzing the movie as it goes along. But then there's certain movies that I can't help but look at it from a more studious, more analytical perspective, because as soon as I'm in, I'm not drawn in enough to the movie that I just start analyzing it. And for me, Prestige is one of those movies. It's a good movie. It's a solid fucking work of cinema. But as it was going along, it felt so clear to me how the arc was going to conclude, the whole movie. It was very, very obvious, and for that reason, I guess I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have. Although the performances, both by Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, really good. I mean, if you put two great actors together, usually fireworks. So yeah, good casting is so important, man.
Yeah.
So fucking
and having the ability to, because sometimes the cast can be individually good, but it is the director's responsibility to find the good synergy between the good cast as well.
Yeah, very true.
The principle in theater also applies to filmmaking, where acting is reacting. Actors bouncing off each other, kind of thing. This takes me back.
To the college days,
the
uni days. Yeah, I understand. I get it.
So this is gonna be a dungeon with a lot of magic-based enemies, which is good if we manage to get close enough to them. But if they got enough distance, they can deal a lot of damage to us if we're not careful.
Are you like on fire, or do you have something?
Oh yeah. So it's the whole reason why I want to reach level 50 of destruction is the flame cloak power. Because the flame cloak power, what it does is that the enemies around me start receiving on a regular basis fire damage. So it lasts for 60 seconds, and opponents in range take 8 points of fire damage per second. And the cool thing about fire elemental magic in this game, it adds up. That's why I always travel with a flame Atronach, so when it attacks the enemies that are in range of my flame cloak, the fire damage adds up. And that's also why I usually enchant one of my weapons with a fire elemental magic. In this case, the Skyforged Steel Sword has the Silent Moons enchantment. When the moons are out, it burns the target for 10 points. It's a new unique enchantment. Sometimes it limits you in the sense that you are not able to use this enchantment during the day. You can only use this enchantment during the night. But I like to have it because it gives me like an extra limit, like an extra challenge in my gameplay. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was a lot of information in one go. Okay, we looted all the bodies. Ainda estás aí, Pedro?
Sorry, I just realized like my mic was turned off for a second.
Ah, okay. So like, after the whole explanation, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Maybe this explanation was a bit too much.
I answered. I was like, yeah, no. I was answering you, and then you were like, "Are you there?" I'm like, "Oh shit, right, the mic." Sorry, my bad.
Cool,
But I see. I was saying, bruh, it's good that you give this information. I mean, your playthrough, this is what you want to do. Don't do what I did in Sekiro and just stroll through without commenting at all on the game.
I mean, there's like, it depends. Like you can do whatever approach. Okay, so this is the place. They're trying to revive Pothema. I don't remember her name. Cthulhu. The Wolf Queen. Pothema. That's her name. And I don't know if she was an actual villain in Elder Scrolls 2 or Elder Scrolls 1, but I think I somewhat remember that she might have been a character in one of those games. And so this might be a fun Easter egg for long-time fans of the series, I guess.
What was that?
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I see. That's pretty cool.
I wanna use more bound swords because I wanna. Maybe I should just use the conjuration. Speaking of which, how far are we into the leveling up? Okay, we got a lot of. I got more perks to spend than I'm actually using at this point. Some magicka, why not? I got 4 perks to spend, then I can't spend it. Okay, alteration is too high. We don't need it that high. But I need level 50 restoration, which we are almost there, and I need level 50 of conjuration, which for some reason is still taking longer than it usually does. And this is going to be a bitch. I guess we're going to have to spend some money in training, leveling up smithing to level 60, so we can finally improve magical weapons and armor. It's going to be very crucial to our build in the more advanced stages. This is fine, 4 out of 5 damage output, and we don't need to focus on the damage output of archery just yet, because we got other stuff going on. Okay. So that's what's happening.
Okay.
Just murder this poor sorcerer. Okay, this is going to be a lot of magic-based combat. Oh, okay. Let me swap to my bound sword so I can consume your soul very quick.
Well, my good friend, it's been fun, but I'm gonna leave you here.
Okay.
To finish your stream.
Thanks a lot, though, for tagging along. This was very nice.
What do I gotta do with my life? Nothing. So, it's all good, man. I'm good, chilling like a
I appreciate it a lot.
But,
this was very fun.
No problem. Have a good rest of the stream, my dudes.
Thanks.
And everybody's watching. Please follow Dagon. He does this. He's attempting to do this every day, so please give him a follow. It would be delightful of you. Anyway, see you all. Lawrence, have a good rest of the stream.
Follow also Jack Reinhardt on Twitch.
Dude, no need for shout out.
Yes.
Chill.
This is the things you do for me. It's just I already told you.
No, but thanks, I appreciate it. Alright, I gotta go. So
Okay, Dave.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good
See ya,
one.
brah. Bye.
Hasta. Okay, oof. Another Death Lord. I think that's probably the only one, though. Instead of sneak archer into Death Lord, we might just wanna sneak archer the sorcerer slash mage slash witch or whatever they are. Necromancers. Come on. Oh, what? Sometimes the aim of this game, you think you're pointing to something, but it's a lie. It is not pointing to where you are thinking you're pointing. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I guess.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm!
Gotta be careful with that Death Lord, though. He is dangerous. Okay, it seems like Lydia is taking care of the necromancer.
What? What are you doing? You fools! You cannot bind me to your will.
Oh, that's what's happening. They're trying to bind Potema to their will, which is like, bitch, I'm too powerful for that.
You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Right, I remember now. That's what's happening, okay. My finger points, exactly. Nice. Lydia's got it down. I think. More or less. She needs a little bit more damage output. I need to give her a better sword. Or some worthy enchantment. I don't want to go all the way down there now. Okay. If you want to
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Archery, but... Okay, we're almost done. We just have to reach the top of the tower and we are done with this dungeon over here. And I'm actually, yeah, we're gonna see where...
Someone there.
Oh, that's a lot of necromancers. Okay, we have to be more prepared. Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. I applaud your courage, but be careful. Is Lydia also a Nord? That would make sense how she is so resistant to spells. Alright. That's two of them dealt with. I think this might be the end game of this quest. This one. The ritual master is over here as well. Okay, Lydia seems to have... Yeah, she has control of the situation. Oh, sorry. And... okay, my god. Yeah. She is not totally resurrected, but her spirit escaped. And her spirit is gonna be up to no good. But the second part of this quest is not gonna be right away. It's gonna be after a couple of... it's gonna take a while for the second part of this quest to trigger. Where's... here it is. Okay. It's a little bit dark in here. We kind of need some mage light. No. Mage light. It's a lot of magic. Okay. What time is this? 8:30. Okay. This dungeon should be finished. Okay. Oof, that was a very eventful series of quests. Killed some bandits, killed some undead, killed some vampires, killed some necromancers. The whole shebang. Gonna deliver these quests and also sell some of this loot. Right.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Actually, there's another miscellaneous quest here that we can do.
Oh, what delight. Another clothes and raiment for the discerning customer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Just this. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Sure.
Finally.
What are you doing
Unless
here?
we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Gisley. But you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
When I was a young
Speak
rascal,
again later.
I broke a man's arm for
I hid here in Solitude for a long time with war. War follows a man, and can you spare a septum? Lost. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Oh, good, bruv. Oh, good. Bits and pieces, sell more loot.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Beer and oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Do you have a grand soul gem? You have two of them. Before I even think of buying both of them, let me see what I can sell. Because I'm gonna sell stuff. Okay. I think. Yep, okay. Yep. Keep the ingredients, we keep the books. Keep the ruby, sell the sapphire. Okay, we're gonna buy both. Yep, one. Thank you very much. That was a very expensive purchase, but let's sell whatever we can sell right now. We can have one of each to hold on to. Potions. Potions seller. We don't need the miner anymore. Here we go. We keep this one. We keep the rest. And we can still sell these. That's very nice. Keep that one. Keep this one. Keep that one. Sell this one. Sell this over here. All right, not too shabby.
Come back.
That's about it, I think. The rest we keep, right? Because we have these. Keep that one. Keep these potions. Ingredients is for the house. Books is for the future project of library and stuff.
Bits and pieces anytime.
Okay, Lydia, I know
I've got
you
your
don't
back.
like to be
I am at your command.
a mule, but I'm gonna have to give you a couple of stuff, like Magnus here. That one. And that one. Oh, it's part of a quest item right now. Why? Do I have to complete the Bard's quest so I can... Maybe, okay, maybe that's fine. Yeah, King's Olaf verse we need for the quest, definitely. But all the other ones we can keep.
Let's get going then.
Yep. Let's... So, if I'm not mistaken, carry weight 90 out of 400. We are good to go. All the loot seems to be dealt with. Just to double check, we have meet with Malborn, which is for later. Return Bard's College. Yes, do that one first. Let's see if we can gain access to Pelagius Wing before we conclude the stream. Ah. Um, 240. And here we go.
You've returned.
Yep.
Potema herself.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me you stopped them.
That's exactly what I
You've
did.
done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know.
I guess.
A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought. You've returned. Good. What? May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
If I needed something from you, you would know it. Filthy creature. I prefer fine, like this. Here, for your trouble. And I suppose I should take a look.
I wonder why don't mages have iron flesh?
Take care.
Do I have to be an adept for it to unlock? Let's give it a try. We got 4 points to spend, so almost level 50. Still a couple of ways to go to level 50.
Yourself and it's so good. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Nope. No iron flesh. Right? It's oak flesh, stone flesh, iron flesh. Yeah. We need to reach
Stay guarded.
College of
You never know
Winterhold
what
to
could
get
be
a
out
good alteration spell.
The Jarl is not to be disturbed with common affairs. Absolutely not.
Hey,
That wing,
come on.
ghost or not, I'll make an exception for you.
Ah, I thought so.
But do not
If I
bring
do a
anything
quest
out when you
for
leave.
you actually
Too
allow me
many
to go
dark
there.
deeds transpired in
I
the
could have just talked with the maids, but I like to complete this
Alright
quest
then.
first. Be in good terms with the court of the Blue Palace before doing this. I should finish the stream right here, but I'm very tempted to just do this quest right now. And I guess this would be actually a fun quest to show to Jack as well. He would enjoy this. I cannot resist. I really have to finish this quest. I'm sorry. The Mind of Madness. That's what we are doing. It doesn't take too long. It's not too difficult, but it's very fun, narrative-driven quest. That is loosely related to Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. in the sense that you have a whole DLC in Oblivion that is related to Sheogorath, the Shivering Isles DLC, and there is some theories that the version of Sheogorath you are meeting right now in Skyrim is actually the character player from Oblivion, that he himself became Sheogorath after completing the Shivering Isles DLC.
So many undesirables to contend with. Naysayers, buffoons, detractors. Why, my headsman hasn't
And our
slept in
gear
3
changes
days.
completely in
You are
this
far too hard
world
on
of
yourself. My
madness.
dear, sweet, homicidally insane Pelagius. What would the people do without you? Dance, sing, smile, grow old? You are the best septum that's ever ruled. How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two. Pelagius the Third. Now, surely even you know about Pelagius's decree. On his deathbed, oh, and this was inspired, he forbade death! That's right! Death! Outlawed! Inside the mind of Pelagius, silly. Oh, is it your first time? Really? Oh, what
Oh,
kind
hello
of
to hell.
message? A song! A summons!
We're just doing the
Wait,
Sheogorath
I know.
quest before concluding the stream.
Written on the back of an Argonian concubine. Ah, those are my favorites. Well, spit it out, mortal. I haven't got an eternity. Actually, I do. Little joke. But seriously, what's the message? Were you now? By whom? Wait! Don't tell me. I want to guess. Was it Molag? No. Little Tim. The Toymaker's son, huh? Huh? The ghost of King Lysandas? Ah, or was it one? Yes! Stanley! The talking grapefruit from Passwall! Ha ha!
Definitely,
Wrong on all accounts,
Sheogorath is
aren't I?
such
Ha! No matter!
enjoyable
Honestly,
character.
I don't want
The
to
voice
know.
actor in this game
Why
is pretty good
ruin
as
the
well.
Surprise. But more to the point, do you, tiny, puny, expendable little mortal, actually think you can convince me to leave? Because that's crazy! You do realize who you're dealing with here.
Is it confirmed that this version of Sheogorath is the same individual as the player character from Oblivion? Because in the Oblivion DLC, the Shivering Isles, you do become the ruler of the Shivering Isles after completing that quest. So that means that the Oblivion player character, the hero of Kvatch, becomes Sheogorath, theoretically.
Surely
I don't know
yes.
if
But only half right.
that checks out,
I'm a
but
mad
that
god.
would make sense to me.
The mad god, actually. It's a family title. Gets passed down from me to myself every few thousand years. Now you can call me Anne-Marie. But only if you're partial
In his
to
dialogue,
being
he does
flayed
like
alive and having an angry
reference
immortal
like Easter
skip
eggs from
rope
the
with
Shivering
your
Isles
entrails.
DLC in Oblivion.
If not, then call me Sheogorath, Daedric, Prince of Madness. Charmed. Now that's the real question, isn't it? Because honestly, how much time off could a demented Daedra really need?
Thanks
So,
to help.
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. That's right. I'm done. Holiday complete. Time to return to the humdrum day-to-day. On one condition. You have to find the way out first. Well, good luck with that. Ha!
I do love it when the mortals know they're being manipulated. Makes things infinitely more interesting. Care to take a look around? This is not, I dare say, the Solitude Botanical Gardens. Have you any idea where you are? Where you truly are?
Didn't you just say?
Welcome to the deceptively verdant mind
Yeah, right.
of the Emperor Pelagius III. That's right! You're in the head of a dead, homicidally insane monarch! Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I still rely on my swords and spells and sneaking and all that nonsense? Sure, sure. Or you could use the Wabbajack! Huh? Huh? Didn't see that coming, did you?
Man. There are some Daedric entities that I am, like, I don't really care much for, but Sheogorath, I really enjoy listening to his voice acting.
Busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind.
I find him funny. Okay, we got the Wabbajacks. And which one is the best to start off? I remember that one is the arena. Start off with this one, I guess. It doesn't matter.
Now this is a sad path. Pelagius hated and feared many things. Assassins, wild dogs, the undead, pumpernickel. But the deepest, keenest hatred was for himself. The attacks he makes on himself can be seen here fully. They're always carried out on the weakest part of his fragile self. The self-loathing enhances Pelagius's anger. But his confidence will shrink with every hit. You must bring the two into balance.
The aim on this stuff is kinda... weird.
Wonderfully done. Pelagius is finally ready to love himself and continue hating everyone else.
Okay. So, is this where we boost his self-esteem? There is no exact fact about it, only some interpretations. Yeah, I figured. It would be nice if we could find like a solid piece of evidence for it, but for me it makes sense considering if you complete the DLC in Oblivion, like that the the result of the hero of Kvatch destiny is becoming this guy right here. But yeah, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's... yeah.
Oh, good choice! Well, good for me. I find everyone being out to get you so terribly entertaining. You might find it less so. You see, Pelagius's mother was, well, let us say, unique. Although I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, she was fairly average for a septim. That woman wielded fear like a cleaver. Or did she wield a cleaver and make people afraid? I never get that part right. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned
Some
at a
believe
very
yes,
early
it
age
is the hero of
danger
Kvatch. Others
can
think
come
that
from
Shield,
anything,
not
at any
Legion, only
time.
took like a
Delivered
vacation after break. The Grey March and the
Check
hero
your
of Kvatch
symbol,
only
you
stands in
simpleton.
until he returns.
Use your Wabbajack to defeat the enemy. But they do the
Yay.
same.
That also makes sense, I guess.
Oh, I thought you'd never figure it out. With the threat gone, Pelagius is under the delusion that he's safe, which means you've helped him out, sort of. And we're that much closer to home.
That was a really good DLC though. Like now I am remembering back like all the weird stuff that was possible to do in the Shivering Isles. That was a extremely
You've headed down
enjoyable
the
DLC.
path of dreams. Unfortunately for you, Pelagius suffered night terrors from a young age. All you need to do is find something to wake our poor Pelagius up. You'll find his terrors easy to repel, but persistent.
Shivering Isles was definitely a stronger DLC than the other one in Oblivion. What was it? Something about the 9 Divines as well. Hey. I cannot use my healing spells. Okay, this is gonna be dangerous then. Hard rate. Okay. And a dragon priest.
Well, now that's something to crow about. With Pelagius up and about, you're moving right
Because
along.
at the end of the DLC,
We'll both be
find
home
out
in no
he's
time.
a Daedric prince. The lag who was cursed become Sheogorath. Yeah, so it seems being Sheogorath is more of a state of being rather than a person by itself. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Man, that DLC was pretty awesome. Also very unique, that Shivering Isles DLC, like all things considered. Now that I am thinking back, that DLC was pretty unconventional, like even for RPG standards.
Do you mind? I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind.
What the hell is the fish stick?
Fixed is such a subjective term. I think
Knights of the Nine, that's the one.
is far more
Thanks the
appropriate,
hell.
don't you?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
one does to a rash or an arrow in the face.
He's a gay fish, yeah, right?
But no matter. Heartless
Bringing it back.
You've actually succeeded and survived.
Classic reference.
I am first to honor my end of the bargain. So, congratulations. You're free to go. I have been known to change my mind. So, go. Really.
Are you sure?
Pelagius Septim III, once the mad Emperor of Tamriel, now so boringly sane. I always knew he had it in him. Well, I suppose it's back to the Shivering Isles. The trouble Haskell can get into while I'm gone simply boggles the mind. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Clothes? Check. Beard? Check. Luggage? Luggage?
Where is the
Where
luggage?
did I leave my luggage?
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, my little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabbajack as a symbol of my... just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ta-ta!
See? The strawberry tort. Tata. Hello, Lydia.
I'm right behind you.
Good to know.
Lead on.
You have no questions whatsoever why we are dressed like this right now. I guess being the Dragonborn's House Carl, you do see some crazy shit on a day-to-day basis. Okay. And we've got the Wabbajack. Found this in the wiki. In his conversation with Pelagius, Sheogorath recounts some of the events in Oblivion. Exactly. Relating of... Oh. Wait a minute. Butterflies, blood, a fox, severed head, and cheese. Yeah. These like references at the beginning of Shivering Isles, the blood of the dead red divine's main quest. The grey fox of the Cyrodiil Thieves Guild. Ah! Yeah. The severed head of Matthew Belmont's mother. Matthew Belmont, is that from Dark Brotherhood or whatever? The cheese may be in reference to Sheogorath's Daedric Shrine quest in Border Watch, or to Sheogorath's infamous line, cheese for everyone, in celebration of the reactivation of the Exilium. These comments, coupled with his remark that the Mad God is a title that is passed down, quote marks, passed down from to myself every few thousand years, close quote mark, suggests that he may be the champion of Cyrodiil who replaced the previous Mad God. Yeah, that's the theory. Yeah, that's exactly it. Nice. Good found. Good find. That's what I mildly remembered about the subject. Okay, we've got the Wabbajack now that we can put in our Daedric artifact vault back at the secret hideout of the Dragonborn in Lakeview Manor. What is the way out? This is the way out. And I should conclude this stream right here, right now, but I just... I don't want to quit the game right now. I think I'm just going to complete the Bard's College quest, since we're right here and we have the Mask of Clavicus Vial. That might help us do the thingies. Quest. What time is it? 6 p.m. in Skyrim time and 9 p.m. in real time. Okay. Let's deliver this quest over here. There you are. Okay. Before we talk to you, let's... Mask of Clavicus Vial. Kind of looks like a Greek, Roman, weird, pagan entity.
Welcome to Solitude. The arts here in Skyrim.
Quick save.
Ah, you've returned. How goes the task I gave you? Not much. There are no... If you want something a bard can dig into, 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times. But the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era.
I guess.
Not much, to be honest.
My soup
Their
was
return
boiling.
was a shock
Oh, that's
to us
fine.
all.
But I hope
Gerard
your soup is
Germain
alright,
has some
though.
tomes about them in the library if you're interested.
Found King Olaf's verse.
I have to admit, I didn't think it would actually be there. Now, let's take a look at this.
Yes, let's. Oh no.
Oh,
this
no.
what do at all.
The copy is on the parts that are readable.
Making from scratch, so gotta keep an eye on it. Nice,
Bardic
well done.
verse has come a long
Cut
way
the
since
vegetables
ancient
and
times.
all. Cool. DIY soup.
It means I can't read it to the court. Without the verse, I won't be able to convince Elisif of the importance of the burning of King Olaf festival. If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't reverse her decision to... It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening.
Mm-hmm. But it's
Make it
fine,
up.
we can make it up, yeah.
I suppose I could copy his style based on what you
Yes.
brought me, but...
Let us invent some new
Olaf,
verses.
our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lied. Your cunning capture of Numenex. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye? He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach. What do we say really happened?
So yeah, and that's why Dragon's Reach is called Dragon's Reach, because they captured the dragon Numenex there in that place in Whiterun. But we can completely invent a new story by rewriting the textbook. And if you have enough persuasion, you can just invent this crazy story that Olaf was Numenex himself, for example.
I find that highly unlikely, but the court will love it.
Exactly.
Writing it in.
All right. Cool. Let's go.
Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Strange. According to history, Solitude attacked Winterhold, but Asgeir seemed to be saying Olaf reacted. What do we say happened?
Troops attack. Olaf sucked in dragon form. Persuade.
Oh, that is
nice.
Exciting!
Okay.
I'm sure the court and the Jarl will love it.
History is written by the victors. Yeah, literally in this quest. I love this quest so much.
It has a few final lines, but that's all we needed to add. I need to head to court.
Because if you have the right amount of persuasion, you can literally just fabricate an outrageously impossible story that King Olaf was actually Numenex, the dragon himself, and that he sacked the city as a dragon and stuff. But yeah, you need at least level 60, I think, to do that persuasion check on the last thing. And in our case, we have Speechcraft around level 50, I think. Oh, 70. How come? Am I miscalculating what happened right here? Oh, I am miscalculating because I forgot the active effects. Right? One of the active effects must be doing some fortifying. Okay. Ah, Gift of Charity gives off 10 points in Speechcraft. That's why. Very cool. And then the Mask of Clavicus Vile plus 10 Speechcraft as well. So yeah, so if you ever need to do like a persuasion / Speechcraft check, be sure to get the active effect of the Gift of Charity, and if you have available the Mask of Clavicus Vile, those persuasion checks don't stand a chance, so to speak. And that's about it for the Bard's College. We just have to present the verse to Elisif, and after that Elisif allows us to continue with the festivities, and then we burn the effigy, and then we complete the quest, which give us access to 3 more quests. This is always after one step there's another step, but after we complete the Bard's College we have access to 3 quests in the college from the Bards itself. That will give us a free level up for each of those 3 quests. Like one of the teachers in the Bard's College will level up 1 level in every skill tree from magic skills, and the other two respectively to the other skill trees.
I do hope the
Warriors
court
and
likes
thieves.
the verse. I think we've done an excellent
This
job
is
of
kind
recreating.
of an
Seville Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that
awkward
I would never have
situation.
expected from a human, even a brain.
I think my voice is ready. I hope we've done this well.
Sure. You have done it well. Let's go. What time is it in Skyrim? It's 9 p.m. in Skyrim. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum.
Ah, Viarmo. I assume you are here to petition for the reinstatement of the burning of King Olaf festival.
I am, Jarl. I wish to present King Olaf's verse from the Poetic Edda, recovered this very day from the
Poetic
Bard's
Edda.
tomb.
That's funny.
You mentioned something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King Olaf's lost verse. Please proceed.
O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. No shouting match between dragon and man, and no fire or fury did this battle entail. Olaf was Numenex in human form. On moonless nights, he would spread wings and sail. Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors.
Yeah.
Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Olaf gave orders, Winterhold disguises, an attack on Solitude, total destruction to follow. His men dressed up and then went out to fight, but they reversed Olaf's orders, much to Winterhold's sorrow.
That guy to my left,
So
right
ends
behind
the
me, I
story
think
of
he is
Olaf
going to
the
make an
liar,
appearance
a
in the
thief,
Thalmor
and a
embassy as well.
We
If
of
I am not
Solitude
mistaken.
commit to the fire.
What's
In
his name?
Solitude, bards train for their
Erikur.
service.
Yeah,
They
Erikur
also
definitely
gather each
appears
year
in
and
the
burn a
Thalmor
king who
embassy.
deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The
A
festival
very
is truly
unsavory
a celebration
character.
of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
I thank you, and the college thanks you, Jarl.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine poem deserves some payment of patronage. The college will be generously rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded. The Imperials Unbelievable! Business. You've done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough. Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself. I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
Hooray! Festival is back on. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Actually, where did Elisif go? She probably went to sleep because it's late for her. We'll try to speak to her next time.
Please address all questions
by
to
now,
the
I
steward
think
from
Elisif
Fireblood.
might have a miscellaneous quest for us. Party time. Yes, party time indeed. And
We should have the festival soon.
if we're... What time is it? 10. Okay, if we're quick about it, we can still do the festival this night, right now. Who is this guy? Oh, this is the guy we need to talk. Okay.
Ah, the bard to be. Did Fiarmo send you?
Yes.
Great.
Mhm.
Looks like you'll be one of us soon. We'll gather outside the college for the burning of King Olaf.
Okay, let's do that. Attend.
There's the man himself.
Oh. Oh. Everything is
They're reforming
popping
a
up.
dawn guard.
Okay.
Vampire hunters or something in the
Hooray!
old fort near
Festival
Riften.
is back on.
Might consider joining up myself.
I heard you're the reason
Thank
we
you
get
so
to have
much.
this.
Oh, very brisk. When the snow sets in, well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
What? I'm sorry, no.
Good luck out there. Seems
Give
like
me the spice
there's one
wine,
body
though.
missing, except for the man who saved the
I don't need
festival.
any more
Here's a couple of
miscellaneous
bottles
quests.
for
I
you.
just want to collect items from the festival. Give me the candy.
You might as well have some sweets.
Thank you.
I made them for the festival, after all.
That's very cool.
You might as well have some
Oh, I just
sweets.
picked them. Okay.
Made them for the festival,
So
after
I want
all.
one apple pie. Let's say 2 honey nut treats.
You might as well
One,
have some sweets.
2,
I made them for the
3
festival,
boiled
after
cream
all.
treats. 1
Spiced
sweet
wine
roll.
here. First cup is paid for by the college.
What about that wine?
You might as well have some
What
sweets.
wine is this?
I made them for the festival,
Spiced
after all.
wine. We like spiced wine. We
Meat
want 2.
pies!
Thank you very much.
Try one for free. Come back for more.
Are you also giving
Get your
something
festival
away?
meat pie, specially made.
You were at the
I
execution.
showed up to watch, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if they
fantastic.
were. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
That seems rather harsh.
Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together.
Ah,
I have no
decent
idea
pretty-
why, but one day I told
Okay,
Rogvir I
we'll
liked
go.
her. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each beat me up.
It's a triangle love
Sure,
story.
Rogvir
Okay,
never
whatever.
outgrew that.
I only want
I
the
said
meat pies,
a
though.
free meat pie.
Just
As in
one?
One. Here's yours.
Boo. Okay, it's fine. 1 meat pie it is. What's up?
Come on, light the fire.
I'll light the fire.
There's the man himself.
I guess I am.
Have you performed your voice exercises today?
Is there any more people attending the party? There's these
Perfection takes
2.
dedication, after
I like the pretty lights.
Sure.
Yorn is the best of the bunch. You should hear him sing.
Ah, so Yorn is a good singer.
Meat pies. Try one for free.
This seems a very secret society sort of
Welcome,
reunion.
people of Solitude. We of the Bards College are pleased to be here to celebrate the burning of King Olaf. The festival would not have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our latest applicant. With the lighting of the effigy,
The sound design for the clapping is a little bit.
he becomes a full-fledged member of the
yeah.
Bards College. Please welcome our newest bard.
I don't know why, but I find the sound design and the clapping, the audience clapping, so funny.
Like you.
So I guess I'm a bard
Yes,
now.
congratulations. You are now a full-fledged member of the Bards College.
Like, if I am to become a bard, shouldn't I at least learn some quote-unquote bard skills, like singing, or play the lute, or the flute, or the drum, or whatever?
And finally,
I know that there's actually a mod that allows you to play instruments in Skyrim, which I used a couple of years ago in one of my Skyrim playthroughs. But it would be nice that in the actual original game you could use the... Yeah, the clapping seems satirical, right? Like the clap clap sound. Yeah. It's very like almost like a comedy movie. But yeah, I wish that in the original game you could also, for some reason, use like that guy. Use like that guy. Use the actual instruments, because you can pick up the items as miscellaneous items, but you cannot use them. It would be nice if it would be incorporated into the Bard's College quest to learn to play these items that are miscellaneous items. But yeah, I am just spewing my overthinking about the game. I think this will be it for this quest. What else do we have? We have diplomatic immunity, which is the main thing we want to do here in Solitude, the main quest. Dragonborn is way later. We're a couple of episodes, well, not a couple, quite a few episodes away from doing this. Silver, I'm considering doing the Silver Hand, the Companion's Quest, before starting the Dawnguard DLC, so we can be a werewolf fighting the vampires in the Dawnguard DLC. I think that'll be pretty fun. But again, that'll be a couple of episodes away. I'm thinking around the time we reach Blackreach, the underground. What is it? They thought of it, but left it as because they believed, and rightly so, that modders would add it in. Yeah. The modder community in this game is like exceptionally good. Like they add so much amazing stuff. Quest lines, but also like mechanics. There is a very impressive mod, for example, that does like a physical dynamic thing with the weather, where if it's too cold, your character will lose health and stamina, and you actually need to use a fireplace to heat up, or use the right amount of clothes, like fur clothes, to weather the snow and stuff. There is very impressive sets of mods in the community. There is also mods that do like a complete overhaul of the magic system, mods that I think they actually, yeah, there's a couple of magic mods that add up new elemental types like stone and air stuff, and also magic mods that do like very powerful magics, like combining fire and thunder and doing insane explosions and stuff. And then you have the comedical mods that transform all your dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine, or replace your swords as lightsabers. Like, you can go all the way around. You can either do Skyrim very immersive, or you can do Skyrim very like extreme fantasy comedy. Yeah. Shout out to Video Game Donkey that did a very funny video on Skyrim with a couple of mods on that. Really worth checking out. What time is it in Skyrim? It is midnight. So my biggest gripe with the college from the Bard's quest, besides not being able to learn the instruments, is that you become a honorary member of the Bard's College, but you're not allowed to sleep in any of the beds, like, unless I am missing one of the beds. Every time I try to look for a bed where I can just rest, all the beds are considered owned, and therefore you're not allowed to rest on them. And you would think, as being a honorary member of the Bard's College, you could actually rest here, but no can do. Not happening. But yes, midnight. I guess in our headcanon Our Dragonborn just spent the whole night partying and stuff. So we are gonna wait till it's morning so we can collect those quests I previously mentioned. Doop 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 doop. 8 a.m. You give a quest, right?
Few can resist
No,
my
you
charms.
don't give a quest.
Even fewer are worthy of them.
There's 3 people in this place that give you quests that are gonna be very nice.
Damn.
Yes, there you go.
I should wring
She's
her
one
neck.
of them. We allow you to sit on the council, but do not grant you the rank of true bard. Yeah. That's basically it. They pulled an Anakin on me. Like, what the hell?
I just got a
I
ransom
do
note
not
for it.
accept.
That flute has been handed down for Well, don't just stand there. Apparently, Lorena told him some story about the flute being able to make the dead dance.
That's very funny. Instead
It's
of
just a
making the flute that
really
makes the
old
little
and
mice
valuable
dance,
flute,
is the
but
flute
just
that
a
makes the
flute.
dead dance.
Now you can say you've met the
Slight
most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
reference to Germanic, Anglo-Saxonic fairy tales. Where are the other teachers? Darth Dragonborn incoming. Yeah, no shit, right? The way they treat you, no
How are your students coming?
wondering that the Dragonborn becomes extremely resentful of the Bard's College. Okay, it seems that the class is starting, but the teacher is
Try
nowhere
not
to
to
be
play
found.
favorites, Lady Atea. It doesn't do service to the whole class.
Yes, headmaster.
Usually, the students are late for class, not the teachers late for class. Nope. Teacher is nowhere to be found. Are you one of the...
You're new here, right? Welcome to
Ah,
Stats
you are.
College.
Alright.
Oh, sorry. My mind.
She's just
Over
deciding
a
not
year
to
ago,
teach her class.
But
then.
they also stole Finn's loot.
Finn's loot,
Finn was the...
exactly.
Until he...
Mhm.
The loot they stole is
So,
Finn's original...
these quests, don't worry about
doubt they
them.
even
We
realize
will
its true
eventually do them, not in the next episode or this episode. If we are next to the area, we will try to find the availability to do them. But eventually what these quests do is a very unique situation where, similarly to other quests where the quest givers give you free level up into some skills, like Yuzolda in Whiterun, if you give her a mammoth tusk, she gives you a free level up in speechcraft. These 3 teachers in the Bard's College, they give you a free level up in every section of the skill trees. Like, one of them gives you all the warrior skill trees, 1 level up in every of these skills. The other one level up in every of the thief skills, and the last teacher, 1 level up in every of the mage skills. So these are quest lines that are best used when you are in a high level, like 60, 80. If you have trouble getting enough experience to level up above, like, these quests are best kept for that type of scenario. And I cannot find the last one, the drummer, for some reason. Where the hell is the drummer?
Excite the crowd. Draw them in. They will love you for it.
No, not in the bedroom. Maybe he's just walking around Solitude. Where's Ringo, right? Always the elusive one. Ringo Starr be messing our shit up. Maybe he's outside. If I'm not finding him anywhere here, I guess he may be outside. Oh, there's a couple of them here. Ah, that's the drummer, no?
May the gods walk.
Yeah.
And why? The person who writes it.
No, that's not him.
Anytime, friend.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College, at your service.
Feel free to make... Oh, no. Generally, if you want rumors,
Oh,
you should talk
not
to
you,
Clovis.
Lots of things to
not
take care of.
you.
What do you need?
I did see a
I think
visitor
it's the one that teaches you speechcraft as well, the one with the
Come
the
by the
funny
weekend
hat.
Steve or anytime you want to hear it to me.
I want to conclude the stream, but I want to get the quest before finishing the stream. Let's double check downstairs. Is he in the kitchen? No, he's not in the kitchen. Not in the dorms. Definitely not in the dorms. Yeah, detect Slive would be useful right here. Even Aura's Whisper or Dragon Shout, but yeah, that is a spell I need to get as soon as possible. But for some reason, most of the mages in the courts, like in the Blue Palace and etc., they have adept spells, but they have adept spells to destruction and conjuration. But adept spells for restoration or alteration and illusion you can only get in the College of Winterhold, if I am not mistaken. Let's double check in the tavern. If not, if I cannot find him, I'll try to just remember. Oh, you.
If you
My
nothing
outfit.
at all, we could fix you
Yes,
right up.
give me a free outfit.
You're really going to the Blue Palace?
I go there
That
from
presents
time to time. Yes, I do.
If
Don't
you are
judge
willing
me.
to wear one
I
of
am
Radiant
worthy of the
Raymond's
Blue
outfits and
Palace.
speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the
Sounds easy enough.
Good. Here's the outfit.
Give me the
Try
outfit.
to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes
Okay.
it, mention it's from.
And you get a free outfit. Very fancy outfit.
Radiant Raiment.
Just to look like a I don't know, prestige looking dude. I don't know if the outfits actually add any dynamic differences, interactions in this game, but I don't think so. Only for this specific quest where you have to showcase your clothes to Elisif. We have this guy.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes
Ah, there you are. I
tedious,
knew you
but a
would be here.
well-made
Found
arrow
it.
strikes
They
forth
actually
like a
found it.
Where did they find
Rion's
him?
drum. Nobody knows where he died, and therefore Haldir was the... Now all I need to do is find someone to get it. You're joking, right? That drum has been in... Riorn was always looking for new stories to tell. It seems he was writing a lay about Haldir when he vanished.
Fit in,
That
yeah.
was the mistake.
You know, the Dragonborn
However,
can
stores
also
I should
become an Instagram model. It's not outside of the possibilities.
Bunch of distractions.
Yeah, okay, so we have find the loot, find the flute, speak to Elisif, find the drum. Okay. So the drum, the lute, and the flute. Let me just check which areas they are. Can I not just check on the map? Oh, M for the map, right? So yes, Hopsfall Cave. So I guess by the time we will enter Blackreach, because there's a Dwemer ruin here that allows us to enter Blackreach, we will do this quest. If I don't forget by the time we reach it.
Ask me.
Also, we have the loot. The loot is over here. I guess by the time we go to Riften to go find Esbern, we can do it.
Interrupt the rest of my...
And the last one, where is the drum? The drum is... Oh, the drum is right here next to Falkreath. Okay. It's easy to get there. But yes, you can do these at any time. But for now, we're level 30. We don't have
I'm
any
sorry to break it to
difficulty
you,
leveling
Shiro,
up.
but the students
It
are
would
an
be kind of a
unfortunate necessity
waste
of
doing
its
these quests at this point. Best to keep these quests for a later stage when you're like level 60 or 80. But we are going to show off our
Being old's not so.
fashion
I'm too old
statement
to work, but that
to
don't make me
Elisif
too old
or
to drink.
whatever we are doing right now. And we are going to conclude our stream with that, I think. I feel like I've been saying that for the past 40 minutes, but I speak the truth right now. We are going to conclude the stream. I do appreciate Solitude. I really like the layout of Solitude. It's a nice looking city. And somewhat associated to Solitude and incidentally Windhelm. I so wished, I know there's a mod for that, but I really wish that in the vanilla game you could, by the end of the Civil War quest, become the Jarl of respectively the capital you conquer. Like if you're with the Stormcloaks and you conquer Solitude, become Jarl of Solitude, and if you're with the Empire and conquer Windhelm, become the Jarl of Windhelm. That's one of the major thing missing for the Civil War quest,
Do you
in
have
my
business with the
opinion.
court?
Why the hell is Elisif not showing up? Where is she? Oh, she's just sitting here. Sick moves, Elisif. Very impressive
fine day with you
core
around.
strength with your squad.
There's something personal I was hoping you would do for me.
Yes. Tell me.
Falk told me what you did for us at Wolfskull Cave.
I did.
Says you're
It's
someone
true.
we can trust. As you may know, Talos worship is outlawed in the Empire. When we buried my husband, I made offerings to all the gods, except Talos.
So
I would like you
interesting,
to take
right?
an item of his.
The Jarl
a
that is
war horn handed
supposedly
down from his
representing
father,
the Empire
place
and
it at a
therefore
shrine of
the
Talos.
Thalmor propaganda, she is asking you to do something Talos related, like her husband was a Talos worshipper.
No, but my husband Torg would want a proper burial, and this is the way Nords are buried in Skyrim.
I can help you, don't you
Thank
worry.
you. It would mean a lot to me.
Let's stay in good terms. But have you seen
If
my
you have
outfit?
business, it's quite fetching, actually.
Ooh.
The craftsmanship is excellent.
LOL, new festival burning Queen Elisif. Some very strong opinions right there.
Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting
I
in a
guess
request
that's
for a
what the
few dresses
Thalmor
quite
would
soon.
actually do if they find out about this quest. Like, what?
Be well.
You're
Pray
asking
for
the
Solitude
Dragonborn
and
to
my
deliver an offering to a Talos worship place? No, no, no. Man, the Thalmor gotta chill out. Okay, and I'm still dressed in the outfit, which we can just change right here. Okay. Gotta think about going at some point back to base to deposit all this stuff, although we're doing 99 out of 400, we're fine. We're fine, we're doing fine. What we got? The Wabajaks. Thank you, Sheogorath. We still have 3 points to spend. We need Conjuration level 50 soon. And Restoration 50 soon. Please, thank you very much. And... yep, we don't have any diseases. We seem to be doing fine. this is a good place as any to stop this stream. Tell Tari Illicif. Oh, tell Tari what Illicif said about the outfit. Okay, let's just deliver that quest so we can be done with it. So next time we continue from here, we can go straight to the main quest, Diplomatic Immunity, infiltrate the Thalmor embassy. Gotta take a chill pill though. Yeah, exactly. Thalmor be crazy like that. Thalmor be nasty. Yes, she should be here. Back at the Radiant Ring. Yes.
Got something for just about everybody in here.
There you are.
Give a holler if you... Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. We provide clothing for all of Solitude's most...
Elisif loved the
That's
outfit.
wonderful. You've done us a great service. As promised, the outfit is yours. And here's something for your trouble.
The calm spell on Thalmor's. I guess you could. I wonder if that's a viable strategy for doing the diplomatic immunity. If you can have illusion high level enough to just do the diplomatic immunity quest like charismatic play style like James Bond in medieval fantasy. No, nothing to see here. All good. Don't worry about it. I'm just stealing your secrets. There's also a shout. There is. That's true. But I don't think I have it though. I have Disarm, Fire Breath, Kind's Peace, which is the equivalent for nature individuals like beasts and stuff, animals and stuff. But yeah. Oh, I can already do the full thing of this one. How many? Yeah, we have 8. We can spend the points. And the rest is about... yeah, we're fine like this. Okay. This has been a good stream, besides the beginning with my technical issues. This has been very fun. Thanks for anyone who has watched it and tagged along with our adventure. Next episode we will be starting diplomatic immunity, unless I forgot something. No, yeah, we are doing diplomatic immunity. The rest is for later. Thanks to Hell. Glad you enjoyed it as well. This is really awesome that I can share this long series like this on Twitch. But yes, thanks for watching. Also, before I forget, follow Jack Reinhardt, my good friend who tagged along as well for a good part of the stream. And yeah, if you're interested, for now I am solely focusing, or mainly focusing, on this Skyrim playthrough, and I'm also planning on doing a episode on Warframe with my brother coming soon, possibly this week. And yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye bye.